Friends and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House service coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra Land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 9th day of November 2024. Tata bo bochinkwo being Saturday. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of liberation, genuine liberation, I mean, not paper liberation, no, genuine one, both mental and physical liberation. Therefore, I will advise and urge you to draw nearer to your listening devices. Please. We should understand that our IPOB community radio is under serious attack. Work has been ongoing on our radio because our enemies are not sleeping, and neither shall we be sleeping also. We have been receiving complaints upon complaints, and rightly so, that IPOB community radio is not on Google Play Store. That's it. Many of our people uninstalled the IPOB community radio, thinking that the fault is maybe from them or from their system. Only to start downloading, they found out that it's no more there on Google Store. Please, we have alternatives. Do not be frustrated. Our IPOB radio, community radio, is undergoing under serious repairs by our engineers. Therefore, take note of all these alternatives, although I put it on my Facebook timeline, please. You can download the Simple Radio. It's in the Play Store. Now, inside that Simple Radio, you search for Radio Biafra London, and you get it. You download Simple Radio. You know, we are Biafrans. We are freedom fighting, There is nothing like, maybe giving up. No. Our enemies want us to be frustrated, but we shouldn't be. Go to Simple Radio. If you have not downloaded it, download the Simple Radio. It's in the Play Store, the Play Store application. Inside there, this Simple Radio have almost all radio stations in this world. Now you go there, you search for Radio Biafra London. Another option is to download Radio Garden. Radio Garden, GARDEN, is also in the Play Store. Radio Garden. You download it. Now, inside the Radio Garden, you search for Radio Biafra London, the same thing, and you get it. Speaking very clearly. If your Simple Radio is not talking, know that it is not from us, it is not from the system, it is from your own end. Number 3 option is you can go to our homepage, www.ipob.org. There, once you are there, click on live broadcasts, and you shall be listening to Radio Biafra London. Very simple. You know, we have different options. You can as well access Radio Biafra London via free-to-air satellite. We are there. You know what we are doing? We always say it as it is. We say the truth without lying to make some people feel happy. No, that is not. It's not IPOB. We tell you the truth. Do you remember when they bought our satellite provider? Our leader was broadcasting on air. All of a sudden, everything went off. I could remember that day. Later, he published that look at what happened. That the zoo, that was 2015 when Buhari entered power. That the zoo bought our satellite provider, an Israeli company. Israeli company. And we look for alternative. We go and beg people, you know, satellite providers of people that we thought that we are the same in religion. They are our brothers and sisters. We explain them of our situation, that they need to help us, that help us carry on our transmission, Radio Biafra London, so that the world will be hearing our voice. The people we thought that we are in the same religion with, we are Christians. The people we thought that we are in the same, they are brother and sister, we are in the same, Christi. They are all disappointed. The church, they say no. It is the country that you don't even expect, that we despise, that they programmed us to be casting aspersion. It is that country that said no. You people need to speak up. And that is how Radio Biafra London was put on 80. So, the problem we are having is on IPOB community radio only, not on satellite. No. It is only on IPOB community radio, and the work is ongoing. It will bounce back. So, do not be frustrated. Do not think that it is your system or your connectivity or your phone that is the problem. No, because when there is a problem like that, many people will think that it is their system. No, it is not. As long as it's IPOB community radio, it has problems. It's all these few days. Work is ongoing. It will take a little time, but we will bounce back stronger. That is who we are. You know, we are being baptized, baptism of fire. Oh yeah, so that nothing shakes us. Nothing. So once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. As I said, go to Simple Radio. Download Simple Radio, download the Radio Garden. These are all in the Play Store. You go to our homepage. Even if you are with Android, with a smartphone, go to our homepage, www.ipob.org. There you will see live broadcast. Just click there and you'll be here, you'll be listening. Finish. Check it out. We are also accessible via satellite, free-to-air satellite. As I said, we say it as it is. Anything that happens, we tell our people. We don't tell lies here in order to make people happy, because that is what they have been using to deceive us. That is what they have been using to deceive us, our people, and this UG. in particular, I mean in general, and black people in general, everywhere, they love, polished stories in order to raise their emotions, because they are highly emotional. That is why I want to ask this question. It's just a prelude before I continue to today's broadcast, which is also centered on our normal Saturday religious discussions, but the caption will be political consciousness. We must continue preaching political consciousness. Now, I want to ask something, so that even if, like, before I forget, even if when lines open, if somebody can also put mouth on it. Are you hearing me? I want to ask something. This Trump re-election, there is something I observed as Trump was re-elected. There is something I observed. He received more votes in different other, call it minority communities, including Arab Americans. They voted for Trump. In particular, Arab Americans. When you follow the campaign, you see even the result, they voted for Trump, Donald Trump, notwithstanding his rhetorics or deportation of Muslims or something like that. They don't care. Do you know what prompted them? I want to bring out something so that our people, black people, we should bury our faith in shame. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Do you know they voted for Trump so that because of what is happening in the Middle East, the killing of Arabs that is happening in the Middle East, their origin. That is what prompted them. They removed the religion apart. They said, no, as long as this man can be able, he have the capacity to stop the carnage going on in Arab land with the direct support and blessing and money from Joe Biden administration, the Arab Americans, they felt their people. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. Based on support, Biden supported the Israeli war against the Arabs. But the African Americans never take cognizance of American policies on Africa in their votes. Why is it so? I want to ask, why is it so? They mostly vote, the African American, anywhere. They mostly vote based on sentiment, on who will be praising them in stupidity, who will be polishing them, that blacks is beautiful. Oh, I love blacks. Oh, no discrimination, while exploiting and treating Africa as inferior species. Why are black Americans not taking cognizance of American policies in Africa in their vote? Why is it so? They always go where they tell them sweet stories. And you can be telling me that now black Americans are descendants of slaves hundreds of years back. Let me tell you, there are many black Americans that are not descendants of slaves. Their fathers, their grandfathers, came to America yesterday, like Barack Obama. Is Barack Obama a slave descendant? Okay, even if anything, why did they have to be disconnected from their roots? Why is it so? No, you can never see black Americans talking about what America is doing in Africa, the policies of America in Africa, the wars in Congo, Boko Haram activities in Nigeria, all these things to affect their vote. So who will at least ameliorate the situation in Africa? They don't care. This is the wickedness of black people. I am saying it here. It's very frustrating. But look at Arabs. They jettison, look, they leave aside the religious issue, they don't care. They say they want somebody that will stop what the carnage in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Syria, in other places, in the Middle East, which means they are connected there. So they have to let their voice be heard, so that any other person, any other administration that is coming, he will be careful on the policies he's making on the Middle East against Arabs. But who talks for Africa in America, please? Who? Nobody. Everybody is I gotta. They're pushing at it, thinking that they are always looking for a place, the person that will tell them, oh yeah, no discrimination. All of us are one in America. Whereas they are pillaging the continent of Africa, pillaging, exploiting. They don't even care. They don't care what is happening in Congo. They never care what is happening in Sudan. They don't care what is happening in Somalia. What about the exploitations going everywhere in Africa, including Nigeria? They don't care. It's a very big pity. The journey is very far. I am telling you. Do you see this journey of African Renaissance? It's very, very far. It's very, very far. They cut the affinity between African Americans and African continent to the extent you will see somebody that his father is directly an African immigrant in America. His father, he was born there. He doesn't care what happened in Africa. That is not his concern. That is why they took us as inferior race. Very inferior. Where black people are looking at is where they massage them in stupidity. They make them, oh, you are, a boy will say, no, I don't know whether I'm a boy or a girl. They will start telling him who he is, whether he's a boy or he's a girl. Start to misbehave. Black people. Stupid, very stupid race. Until we remove ourselves from this stupidity and become connected to the continent of Africa, so that it counts. Do you see any person talk about the carnage that has been going on for years and years? I think since independence in Congo. People are a country, the richest country in the whole world, Congo, as per natural resources. River Congo can provide, if dams are built, it can provide electricity, supply electricity to the whole of Africa. River Congo, because the current is so high, a very big river. Congo harbors the rare earth, coltan. More percentage of coltan than any other place in the world that is being used in Scud missiles, in laptops, in computers and different kinds of electronic gadgets, including smartphones and other cut-edge technology. You don't see any black American during campaign raising the issue of what is going on with the administration, what is going on in Africa, so that it will affect their vote. It will affect their voting system, so that they will now start thinking. Any administration to come, they will be campaigning of how to ameliorate Africa. No, it's not in their agenda. Totally forgotten. And I go, yeah. They are everywhere. Look at, learn from Arabs. Learn from them. Learn from them, I say. Learn from them. Because that is the thing, it baffles me. Because of the carnage, the war that has been going on, being supported directly by Joe Biden, the Arabs say, no, you cannot kill our people. Many of them have not been to Middle East, but they are connected. Many, they are connected. He said, no, these are Arabs, my brothers. How many black Americans will feel connected with Africa? Say, no, what is happening in Congo? These are my brothers. Oh, the killings of Boko Haram, every day, the killings of Boko Haram, new jihadist group in Nigeria also surfaced in Kosovo. Every time, every day is a news. Killing of 20, 50, 100 people in different parts of Nigeria every blessed day. It doesn't affect them black Americans. They don't care. How do you think that will be great as a black race? This is my question, so that if when the lines are open, you can also put your mouth, because it baffles me. When we have no respect as a people, these are the causes. With black race feel unconcerned against his brother. It doesn't, as long as he's living good, it doesn't care. Nobody cares. Look at what is happening in Haiti. Does it make any campaign? Do you see any black person raise up during campaign? Any black American rise up and say, no, the situation in Haiti, these are our people. Why this, why that? Because, oh no, nobody. Everybody discuss, no, as if they don't exist. People are perishing. In African mainland also the same thing. They are killing black people that are fighting. I think the Maoris saw in Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, everywhere. They don't raise it in America as one of, so that one of electioneering campaign issue, so that all these things will be discussed as a policy by presidential candidates or different presidential candidates. They don't raise it. Nobody talks about it. All they want is where they will sugarcoat them and say, oh, black, no, you are beautiful. When you turn back, they stab you, they laugh at you, say, useless set of idiots. Let us be wise. I'm addressing this to black Americans that are hearing my voice today. We should be wise and learn. Once you are disconnected from your roots, you are gone. I am telling you, you are gone. That is why we are soliciting for us to go back to our roots. Without the roots in place, feeding well, the fruit will die off, the branches will dry off. That is natural thing that people fail to understand. These are natural things, natural phenomena that the people cannot discuss because they feel that it is maybe it is how do you call it, contentious. No. Let us carry the one with no. Let us continue on the one we see. No, don't talk this one. It will bring confusion. Every time, black man, Muslim, Igbo, don't go there. It will bring confusion. And I said, are we living in peace? What type of confusion are we not seeing? What type of frustrations are we not seeing? Instead of solving one thing at a time, they start avoiding it. No, don't do it. Don't say, oh, no. It will bring confusion. No. Yeah, on Radio Biafra, I need to work here. That is it. That is the standard being put in place by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why we had his voice and followed him. It attracted us, genuine hardcore, genuine people on this struggle. Like terms attract. Are you hearing me? Like terms attract. When you place a magnet, for example, when you place a magnet in on a distance, a land, for example, in a sand, you place a magnet on top. Any piece of iron will just fly up, go and meet the magnet because it's iron. Like terms attract. That is how it is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not mincing words. He was not trying to be politically correct. Had it been he tried to, sugarcoat words and tell us, oh, black is beautiful, as some people wants to hear. Many will be thinking that we will be saying that this man is a joker. But he said it as it is. And it doesn't matter how painful the world is, like terms attracted us. And we followed him. We joined the system. And here we are today doing the same thing. So we shall never bring down that standard. Are you hearing? We shall never bring down that standard of, we shall never bring down that standard being set by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So for you listening, please inform your friends and well-wishers. Our IPOB community radio is not working well. You can download Simple Radio. Number one, download it and go there and search for Radio Biafra London or Radio Garden. Number two, you can also go to www.ipob.org and click on live broadcast. Number three, and we are on satellite, free to air satellite. Number four, also as I'm talking to you, we are on YouTube on what do you call it? IPOB Rapture Media on YouTube. We are there live as I'm talking to you. We are on YouTube live broadcast. YouTube on IPOB Rapture Media. We are there. Also on BTV on YouTube. We are there. So you have no excuse not to listen to the broadcast, please. We are there. So you can tune in. Now, before I go into the subject matter today, let us know that on the 16th of this month, being November, there will be IPOB fundraising. For people that are telling me, inboxing me, how can I want to contribute or donate money, please. You have to join that Zoom meeting on the 16th. Just listen, please, listen.
Everywhere. You're surrounded by evil. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. The only way to survive is to face them head on. From the Eastern Security Network,
right the wrong and do what is right to live like humans.
The great family of the indigenous people of Biafra in the United States of America, under the leadership of the Directorate of State, wishes to announce our IPOB end of year ESN fundraising coming up on the 16th of November 2024. Time 7 p.m. Biafra Land Time. Platform Zoom. Meeting ID F353 781 4562. Press code 092030. Contact +161 093 14943 or +148 476 708 48 or +18 452 039 665. Reason for the fundraising. We must make sure that our siblings living in Biafra land are not chased out from our ancestral homes by the Fulanis and other murderous agents hands in the contraption called Nigeria with the help of ASN. We must make sure our farmlands and bushes are safe for our parents and kids to harness against the evil agendas of the blood-sucking agents in Nigeria with the help of ESN. Most importantly, the lives and properties of our people living in Biafra land must be protected at all costs by ESN. With your support, your free will offerings and donations, we shall achieve this by keeping our land safe and secure as we pursue the goal of restoration of Biafra. Come one, come all. This information is reaching you directly from the office of IPOB All State Media under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. All hail Biafra. Support ESN.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo Province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct today. Today is the 9th day of the 11th month, being November, being Saturday, 2024. That Bobachenko. Therefore, I once again do hereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we continue preaching the gospel of liberation, the gospel of emancipation from both mental and physical slavery. Therefore, we must continue. As I said, that we go on to just few news headlines before going down to the topic of discussion today. Now, I want to read this news headline. New terrorist group Lakurawa kills 15 KB residents, rustles large number of cattle. New terrorist group Lakurawa kills 15 KB residents, rustles large number of cattle. Northern Nigeria is a breeding place for terrorists. Now you ask me, why are these terrorists not being defeated? Instead, they continue multiplying. Is this not a reasonable question that somebody should ask? The issue is this: Nigerians are not reasonable. I am telling you honestly. That is a problem, because a non-reasonable person can never ask a reasonable question. It's impossible. That is the thing. Nigeria, we got northern Nigeria. Let me read it a bit. At least 15 persons killed by a new jihadist group, Lukurawa, have been buried in Kebbi State. The state deputy governor, Omar Abubakar Tafida, and the emir of Argungu, Samaila Mohammed Mera, also attended the funeral prayers of the deceased on Friday afternoon on Mera, Kebbi State. You see, they have gone to the funeral. These people died because they are Nigerians. Are you hearing me? But the worst part of it, the irony is this: these northern indigenous people being massacred and their lands taken over by the Fulani jihadists. When you meet them and talk to them, say, what are you going to do about this situation? Your land is being taken away by the Fulani. They'll tell you, say, no, Onyamini, hey, Onyamini. Their problem is Igbo man. That is where, when I look at it, I become baffled. The situation is highly complicated. It's frustrating. The people that are suffering killings. These are the indigenous people in the north. But they are the problem. Because they tell you that they have been programmed to hate the Igbos. That is what the Fulani is hiding on in order to be dealing with them. So that, go and meet them and ask them, you see all this, leave us, let us die in the hands of Fulani. And you ask, why is this so? Why is this so? Why do they have this such type of mentality? They are killing them and taking over their land, imposing levies on them. And you think that this will stop? No. Even if Biafra goes, do you know what? War will continue raging in the northern Nigeria. It's normal. Look at Sudan today. Before, they were thinking that South Sudan is the problem. Now, South Sudan is no more there. South Sudan has, separated from them, become a country. But the Janjaweed, they continue killing themselves because that is their way. That is their way. You see, they take Arab religion. Once you invest your life in foreign religion, you bear the repercussion. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Northerners, Fulani, they are not Arabs. Hausa, they are not Arabs. The indigenous, they are not Arabs. But they embrace Arab religion. And they continue the jihad war. Now, in the case of Nigeria, how do you think that these people that are fighting, these jihadists, when you read it in newspaper, you say, these are they call them terrorists. This and what about the politicians, their political wing in the Nigerian Senate House? What about them? No. What about them? Professor Kunle Olawunmi, he opened up, he said it. He is a military security expert. Are you hearing me? Because he was a military security, SSS. Military Secret Service, yes. He was at the ends of affairs. He opened up, he said, the problem with terrorism, Islamic terrorism in Nigeria, it cannot be stopped using kinetic. No. Kinetic is about sending soldiers to go and fight. Okay? No. They are just deceiving the world. Have you forgotten when Nigeria formed the coalition of four countries? Benin Republic, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, to fight coalition against Boko Haram and terrorists in Nigeria. The other countries, they ran away from Nigeria. They said no. I could vividly remember the statement of late Idris Deby of Chad, because he was serious. He came with his own heart thinking that he is fighting terrorism. But what he saw, sabotage he saw from Nigerian politicians, he pulled his soldiers. He said Nigeria is not serious for fighting. They are just making noise that they are fighting terrorism. No, they are not serious. He said he cannot be losing men like that. No. He pulled out from the nonsense. Do you see Nigerians talking about it? The people that are using terror, they are the foot soldiers. They have the political wing inside Asorok, being governors in the north. Inside Asorok, making policies that guides all Nigerians. That is why they were pushing the other day to expand Islamic laws in Nigerian constitution. And you are there behaving as if everything is okay. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. Your pastor is there scamming you that you have to pay tithe. You have to sow seed. That is all they know. They don't care what is happening, because tomorrow, if wars come to wars, they fly away. They have private jets. They fly away. And they leave you there. You start shouting, God, Jesus. You look at the churches they used to burn in the north mostly. Do you have any repercussion from Christian community? The answer is no. Do you have any? No, let us pray. And that one, those that die. Or one massacre inside church. Is there any follow-up? The answer is no. You are following what is killing you. You are engaged in what is killing you. That is why we say, let us come back to our roots, where only if somebody slap us, we will not even allow somebody slap us. Talk less of or near us, talk less of slapping us. Any person that needs fire, we treat him like a Kumeku warriors. That is who we are. Not this generation of pacified idiots. They have used religion in order to instill in us fear. Everything is fear. They put in you that you are fighting against the spirit. Now, when you look at, I used to watch some of all these content creators. When they see somebody with dress as if is a so-called native doctor, we are red, and you see people that they are fighting against spirit. When they see them, they run. Oh, Jesus, blood of Jesus. You are being programmed into beating about the bush. Whereas people are doing the real deal. How many churches burnt every day in Nigeria? Do you have repercussion? Who cares? Does any Christian care about his fellow? The capitalist greedy set of institution that they infuse us with. It's a virus. And continue to. That is why we are putting, injecting antivirus in our lives. That is what is coming out from here. I'm telling you. If this Christianity, if they are joined as one people, they care for one another, there will be no problem. Nobody cares. All that matters to them is how to get money, how to get miracle money, how to make money. Oh, you are blessing. And year is ending. They will be gathering like useless chickens. The year 2025 is here. Every time in, time out, the same thing. No person cares for one another. Christians are being butchered everywhere in Nigeria. Nobody cares. None of them cares. Another new terrorist group has come, or another, making it easy to 5 or 6. You have a Boko Haram, ISWAP. You have bandits. You have Fulani headsmen. You have all of call them. This one is Lukawarabi. All. Do you think that they will stop? When you listen to the voice of that Professor Kunle Olawumi, he said, even if it takes them 1,000 years, they are not going to stop. He did Islam or Islamic studies in his PhD. Do you think he's an expert in what he's saying? He said they are not going to stop. Don't think that even if they do it, and we think that this generation will go, the following generation they will continue. What made you think that since 1804? The Fulani, they have been fighting jihadism till today. They never stop. They will not stop. Because they are in their prime age, their prime time. Are you hearing me? They are in their prime time. For Islam is in their, 16th century. Make your calculation when Christianity was in 16th century. The evil they are committing everywhere around the world using the religion. It's the same thing. So they are not going to stop. They continue expanding by fire, by force. That is what our people failed to or some of our people fail to understand. That is why we say, let us bounce back to our defense. Our defense is our roots. So that I took on one and organize ourselves. Because when you are in this European religion, you are vulnerable. You don't see your brother as your brother. You see your brother as an idol worshiper. You see him as infidel. The same way the jihadists see everybody. So how can you organize a resistance? No way. After all, you continue quoting. Bible says if they slap you here, don't judge. Turn the other side. If somebody wants to take you to court, regulate with him, beg him before you reach, before he, all those useless things. Now, they have a new terrorist group in northern Nigeria, and you want us to stay in a place like this that are infested everywhere. Their foot soldiers, the terrorists that are using kinetic bomb, everything, they are on the move. Now their political wing in the Senate House, they are also pushing politically. How do you think that Nigeria will survive it? The only solution for us is to move away, finish, and we solve it. We defend our border. They don't dare come. All of us will go here. That is the only solution. But when you stay in Nigeria, we are Nigeria, you want to make a change. You can't do nothing. Britain gave Nigeria to the Fulani. They gave them monopoly. 52% natural. It becomes natural. 52% of, senatorial positions. 5 to minimum. So there is nothing you can do there. That's why any southerner that wants to be trying to Asorok or trying to, he must go and bow down to the north. It is being created by Britain like that. That is why when I see people writing ignorantly on what they don't know, it makes me sad. When people are saying that no, we should not talk about Britain. We should not blame Britain for our woes. I say, if we don't blame the Europeans, who do we blame? Yes, we have our own, we have our own blame on us, yes. But Britain caused everything. They put us and continue imposing us in a space that is not ours, that we shouldn't be. Don't you see Nigerian elections? Why is it that the Tinubu, any presidential candidate, they go and debate, they go and give an account in Chatham House in London? Why is it so? Why can't you ask yourself, why is it so? Britain is in charge of those that are in charge of us. So why can't we blame them as this useless British conservative leader, Kemi Badenoch? He's a Yoruba woman. Look at, we said it's a scam for former British colonies to blame their underdevelopment on colonialism. Nigerian-born UK Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch. Do you see? That was day before yesterday. A news headline of day before yesterday. I put it on my timeline. You see, they groom black people. Do you know the main reason why black men have no respect in the eyes of the world? They are treacherous in nature. They care about themselves more than they care for the community. And it is primitive life. It is Neanderthal system. Is self-destructive. Are you hearing me? They can use black person in order to deal with black people, his fellow black people. That is how they do. That is how they do. And these people are more dangerous. Look at Barack Obama. Barack Obama came into as a candidate. Hey, everybody, now our man, now our black people. But they use him to cause havoc that Africa will never recover for more than in the next 100 years. Killing Gaddafi, turning Libya into a devastated war front till today. It was done by Barack Obama, a black person. His father is a Kenyan, direct. His father is a Kenyan. So for you to understand that these people are even more dangerous, it comes to what I said before. Black people, they don't have empathy. And the Europeans, the white, the Caucasians have noticed that. They don't have empathy towards their community. They can be used. Just make a black man to be okay. Give him what he wants. Make him to be okay as an individual. Now you can use him to kill his fellow black people. They don't care. That is why this useless UK party leader, which they put him, you have to, as a slave, she has to work more than anything to impress his masters. That is the piteous situation we are. That is why in America, no black America will come up during the campaign and boldly state that, look, we want a regime that will at least stop or limit the exploitation of Africa. No, they don't. It's not done in American politics. Fault of who? No representation. Black people there, they are disconnected from their roots. They are. This one is not even born in UK. He's born in Nigeria. But he went to UK, studied there and stayed there. Now they made him, they find a perfect slave. When the Europeans, they know that when you are looking for a perfect slave, go to Africa. You get a perfect slave. Perfect. He will even work the more than the one you don't even tell him to work. The newly elected leader of the Conservative Party in the United Kingdom, Kemi Badenoch, once claimed it is fallacious for developing countries to always blame the underdevelopment on British colonialism. Now I ask, why is it that Britain will always, British embassy or British High Commissioner in Nigeria, he will be the person to always come to Nigeria and to be talking that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable? Why is it so? If we can't blame them, why is it so? Please, I want people to answer me. Why is it that during the NSAS protest, immediately Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner at that time, visited Tinubu? Now he empowered him, and Tinubu rolled out the military to kill Lekki protesters. Why is it so? Britain, you say we should not blame Britain. No, we should not blame, because you are in a position there in order to impress your masters. That is the reason. That is the character of average black person. Is the character. They want to impress their masters. Kill their brother, they don't care. Now when you come to Igbo people, you are worse. Just bring you had it direct in Kunle and Alhaji leaked audio. Alhaji said that, look, they are not Igbo men, Igbo people. They are not politicians, they are businessmen. Empower one of them, give him power, and he will do anything for you. But look at what is happening in Imo State. Look at what Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. Look at how he has devastated Imo State because of his political ambition. He said even if he remain 2 people in Imo State, he will rule them like that. Do you see that? Do you see I want you to understand the mindset. That even if they kill, remain 2 people in Imo State, that he will rule them like that. It's okay. So, the blood of people in Imo merits his political ambition. But when the worst part of it is that they don't fight in the center. Peter Obi of a sudden become Angel Gabriel, very gentle. When he lost election, that he know that they rigged it in front, he cannot fight. What my problem with all these Igbo politicians is that they never fight outsiders. When it comes to outside, they don't fight. That war, they bring it to their land and kill their people. I don't know what they have, the way they program these people, I don't know. It is their greed. Good luck, Jonathan. 2015. Fight in the, when everybody say fight, stay there, fight. He said no. Dear fellow Nigerians, the blood of Nigerians does not merit my political ambition, I thereby step down. Look at what is happening in River State. The blood of Rivers people, as they call it, he made it their political ambition. So they kill everybody. In Imo State, the blood of people in Imo, he made it his political ambition. So he kill everybody. But once he go to the center, he see foreigners, other foreigners, he will cool down, he will pipe low as gentle dove. I am telling you honestly. The problem of black man is summoned up in Igbo land, in Biafra land. What I'm telling you is a fact. The problem of black people is summed up in Igbo land. So this Yoruba woman that is now being elected, being appointed to be the head of Conservative Party, he start by blaming Africans, where she came from, which she know better. That no, we should not be blaming, Do you know that the last Commonwealth meeting or conference, they raised the issue of transatlantic slavery, that Britain should apologize. That is what she is countering. And that is why they use a black person to destroy black people. Because they are stupid. They are the lowest of the low. That is why they put him. Before you know it now, they will make her. They will make her a prime minister. They are see. That is a bondage. You will treat black people like shit. That's why I say the problems of black race in general is summed up in Igbo people, in Biafrans in particular. Put Peter Obi as Nigerian president. Hey, Chineke. He must impress those that put him there. He must impress the foreigners. When they ask Peter Obi, say, how are you going to treat IPOB? He said, look at my antecedents. Go and ask now. Go and verify. Of which we understood the message. He killed the people extrajudicially and throw them into a zoo river. If you talk, they kill you. He bring military, they kill. That time, Operation Shoot Outside. Have you forgotten? He referred, say, go and ask my antecedents. How he treated his people like mosquitoes, kill them. That is what it means. That is why when I see our people being overtaken with sentiments, I say, hey, Chineke, we are nonsense. I'm telling you. Instead of hitting the fact, we are being overtaken by sentiment. If Peter Obi venture to go there in Asorok, I know they will not allow, but I say, peradventure, he goes there. Hey, because any slightest mercy, but then with you are not the tribalized Nigeria. No. Igbo man, we say it is Igbo man. But look at Tinubu. All the appointments now is removing and putting Yoruba people. It is not making waves. Do you see how that Igbo man will kill his people? Any slightest benefit, one day say, no, you are the tribalized person. No, he will slaughter his people in order to impress foreigners. That is why I say the problems of black race in general is summed up in the lives of Biafrans. I am telling you, they are ready to spill the blood of their people in order to impress foreigners. That is primitive character. What do I say? Primitive character. You know, our leader used to say, if he's coming on A, he say, bring your pen and papers. Almajiri, bring your slate. No. For me now, he say, Almajiri, bring your pen and papers. Our people, bring your slates. Bring a slate and chalk, because you don't merit even writing on pen, because you are rudimentary. You know what is rudimentary? Self-destructive set of people. That is primitivity. I continue maintaining this. until we change. That's it. So see how Kemi now is a British. He start blaming. Oh, now why should we blame Britain for our wars? Why? And you ask him, who is in charge of politicians in Nigeria? Britain. They are accountable to Britain. Do you see Tinubu campaign or do open debate? They invited him for open debate in Nigeria. He don't even care, he don't mind. He didn't have blueprint in a presidential candidate. He didn't have blueprint. He said if he ventured to have blueprint, they will kill him. So he go there. No, he said, "What is your campaign promise?" He said, "Now my turn to rule." If Nigerian journalists invite him to open press, he will not. He decline. Instead, every time he went to London to give account, to renew the covenant every time with Britain. Now you are telling me not to blame Britain? Are you? That is what you are telling me? No, they are saints now. Oh, no. They are ruling us through shadow. That is it. Okay. Another news. Bandits killed 2 security operatives in Katsina as 16 kidnapped victims regain freedom. When you hear these 16 kidnapped victims regain freedom, they will not tell you how much the ransom being paid, and it is the government that is paying. Whenever the Islamic terrorists in the north kidnap people, they negotiate with government. Government pays them. It's a way of them raising money, raising funds. Do you ever hear kidnap victims in southeast, in the south in general? They being paid by government. I'm telling you, we are just in Nigeria as Then we go and gather people and kidnap them. Now, government, it is federal government. We send money to state government and they pay. It is a way of raising money for the terrorists. It's a way, very big way. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Then we pay. This Sheikh Gumi will come and say, no, these are their warriors. During the campaign, 2023 election, I didn't come. He told the Northerners that they should never vote for any person that will come and start killing their warriors. That is the terrorists. It's in the open, it's in the news. And Nigerians are there waiting, hating Igbos. Igbos are the problem. But they are dying. See, even Yoruba land, part of Yoruba land is being occupied by Fulani Caliphate today, by headsmen. Renamed, their communities renamed Fulani names. But their hatred goes to the Igbos. I cannot understand this. If I tell you I understand it, I'm a liar. I don't understand this. The whole indigenous population, both north to southwest, so even coming to the parts of Biafra land, yes, they manipulated people to hate Igbos. Even our own people. No, what they planned for us is complete annihilation. That is why they are mad against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he interrupted their program. They want to corner Igbo land, call Igbo land. Now, so in every way before we understand. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and stopped that. That their agenda, the evil agenda. Do you know what it means? To manipulate people, everybody to hate a particular race. To the extent they continue taking part of the same race, hating themselves. To declare that I'm not Igbo, but he's speaking Igbo. She is Igbo. They took part of our land, shared it into different regions so that they will become minority, and they are stifling us, swallowing us whole, and the people are playing politics about it. It's very sad, honestly. It makes me sick. the way the politicians they are playing politics. This one will enter in order to rise up as a politician. He will secretly go to the north and convert to Islam, be named Abdul Karim, the other one be named Haruna, and he will come back, and you think that he's representing you as a senator, as a governor. You don't know that he has eaten that thing, that to kill his people. And we use a sentiment, become sentimental, continue being stupidly sentimental without watching the reality of what is going on. That is what Radio Biafra is for, to remind you the danger we are in. That is what we are here for. Are you hearing me? Now, last but not the least, that boat driver, Uber driver, being manhandled by the power drunk House of Reps member Ikweche, that Muslim Ikweche, he is a Muslim. His name is Abdul Karim in Islam. That boy has now all of a sudden apologized to the guy and to Nigerians. Do you see the reason why I used to disagree with people that say our problem are politicians? I completely disagree. The problem we have is us, the whole people, is from the grassroots, from every one of us. Until we start changing the mentality, which is happening. Because IPOB have changed us. We that are in IPOB, students of Radio Biafra London. You see this man, this boy now. What did he is the victim, but now maybe they have promised him, they have given him some money, and bought another Uber for him. Say, don't worry, just once you come up, you apologize, so that they will use that and say, no, let us forgive and forget. You quote to even Bible. Do you see why I hate that? Let me read what he said. Do you see why they are using this religion? It is disgusting. Let me read what he said. Let me read it. I read it. I was that is yem poto poto. I'm telling you. You quote the Bible. Okay. Let me see. Okay. The boy stated, I want to go direct to where he said. The boy, that's the Uber boy. Do you see how even people, okay, imagine in your own way, openly. Now you saw that the person you are fighting for now, he have compromised and start speaking another language. What will happen? That is why also when I blame Nigerians, I don't blame them for their lack of response. They will tell you now, they will go and fight. The person they are fighting for, he will just turn around and take money and turn. That is it. That is the weapon the politicians Britain is using that is working in Nigeria. They saw Nigerians as gluttony. People that they lack a style, they lack a class, no dignity. They can never stand in that path they are as long as it's true. Even if it takes their life. They don't stand there. No. They say, nah. Once they round them up, nah, this thing you are dragging. This man, we can do anything for you. You just leave this thing, apologize, come up openly and apologize. We write check and give you, and your life will change. He does not care again what matters, the injustice that happened to him. That some people are even fighting. He will not care. No. Look at what he said. Good day, Nigerians. My name is Stephen Abuwasaye. I had a misunderstanding with Right Honorable Alex Mascot Ikwechea a few days ago. I actually want to apologize to him for whatever I must have said or done to provoke him to that level of anger. Do you see the country we are in? A victim becomes the victim becomes the culprit, He continues by saying, I want to tell Nigerians that it is not time for us to start dividing ourselves based on religion, tribes, or regions. We should actually come together, see how we can unite the nation and move it forward. How can you unite a nation through injustice? Tell me. Do you see that Nigerians don't have class? Do you see now that you cannot blame only the politicians? Blame the population. Because it is the character. Because it is from the population that these politicians spring up. Who knows the Ikweche before? It was part of the population, but it came up. This boy that is talking now from both sides of his mouth. Imagine people that maybe went to protest. So imagine that people came up and went to protest, and the people, they were being shot at, maybe some killed for him. Now, finish. Now, any other person that see this kind of thing, will he talk? Tell me. That is the thing. You say, oh boy, I beg, make them settle. That is what they have used. The character of Nigerians, perfect slaves. No person can stand in dignity. It doesn't matter the suffering. They don't do that. Now, I want to tell Nigerians that it is not time. It is not time for us to start dividing. What is division in this type of thing? I want to ask, what is division in this issue? What does division have to do with justice? Please tell me. So justice now is division. Justice is every time we are patching. No, let us stay to don't okay, leave it like that. We gotta move on. Move on to we are into abyss. That is the slogan of Nigerians. We gotta move on. Please, Nigerians, let's forgive and forget, okay? As it is even contained in our Lord's Prayer, the Lord, please forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. For there is no justice without forgiveness. Thank you very much. Bible now. Do you see why we must remove this bondage from our lives? Do you see it? Quote the Bible to justify injustice, to justify evil. You quote the Bible direct. That is it. So the Lord's Prayer, and as a Christian, you forgive. That is it. But we never tell you what happened on the ground. That they met him and say, "Oh boy, if you continue," but they might threaten him. Now, if you continue, you would. No Nigerian wants to die for a right cause. But you will see the same person tomorrow, even after everything. Tomorrow, as in on the road, the motor piabuoya, he will still die. What is the need? Low life. When I say low life, you quote the Bible. The Lord's Prayer is Lord, forgive us. So how can we continue in this quagmire? Tell me. Just tell me with this mentality. Just tell me. If we push you, we show you where to fall. That is IPOB. That is Radio Biafra. That is what we do. We don't mince words. We don't want to be politically correct. No. We show you where to fall if we push you. Look at it. The boy, the useless Neanderthal low life. He quoted Bible. We should forgive. No, let us not divide ourselves. No, so imagine that as an activist, you pick up his case and was firing it anywhere. When they look, the people that you will even be ashamed. They tell you the boy have confessed, so he have apologized and confessed, so he's the culprit. Now what are you doing? You'll be ashamed, and you say any other person that have this problem, you will say, "Oh boy, I know enter." These are the low lives of Nigerians. With a little sum of money, you buy the person. Very low life. That is why the Europeans called the bite of Biafra, they called it slave coast. I have challenged you, go and make deep research. Why do they name that place slave coast? Or they name other places Ivory Coast, Gold Coast, where gold abound. They name Pepper Coast, Liberia and Sierra Leone, where they have a rare variety of pepper that is very good. So They name it. Now, when they come to our side, they name it slave coast. Why? Because that is where they found the perfect slaves. Perfect. And they are still showcasing it today. That is Nigerians. That is it. So we must continue. Therefore, as I said, I will go into the topic of my submission today, which says political consciousness. I will rush it because time is no more on my side. Had it been next Saturday, will be a Zoom fundraising. Otherwise, I would have continued and leave this for next Saturday. But let me rush it. Political consciousness. That is the topic of my submission today. Now, according to social scientists, do not forget that I'm talking about political consciousness, and today is the 9th day of 11th month, being November 2024. Saturday. The topic of my submission is political consciousness. According to social scientists, human beings are more political than other animals. Human beings are more political than other animals. Humans are the only animals that are able to translate. Sorry, I don't know. There is something that is going wrong. I have to fix. As I was saying, according to social scientists, human beings are more political than other animals. Humans are the only animals that are able to translate their languages into technology. That is it. Human beings are the only animals that are able to translate their languages into technology. As other animals are only interested in feeding and breeding, that is reproduction. Humans are the only species that are engaged in more complexities of life. Because other animals, check your dog and cat. What are they for? Only food. If they are hungry, they cry. They go and search for food, their stomach, and reproduce. If they are on heat, they seek for where to meet. That is other animals. They are not interested in wearing clothes. They are not interested in producing, even cooking food. No. That is what it means. So, when you are only interested in your private need, which means there is no difference between you and other animals. There is no difference. Humans are only species that engage in more complexities in life. They are the only animals capable of positively changing their environment, urbanizing areas and building cities that attract others to live. That is human being. Therefore, politics must be involved in order to control this socialism or social character. That is only human being. They exhibit advanced form of living. The only animal that can exhibit this sort of form of advanced complexity or type of life. Because when you look at lions, when they are hungry, they go and hunt. They can live together in groups of maybe 10, 20 prides of lion. They have a hierarchy, yes, but that is all they can go. They don't have any they cannot put anything. They cannot ameliorate their environment. What matters to them is eat food, fill their stomach, and breed. That is reproduction. So when you are interested only on your individualism, which means there is nothing different between you and other lower animals. Do you see the logic? Do you see it? That is why other races look down on us. You go to school, study anything you study, but you cannot practicalize that thing you study in order to better your environment. You are nothing like but a non-entity. That is the reality. So what is the difference between you and the animals, other animals? Because it is only human beings are only the only animals, advanced animals, capable of positively changing their environment. No other animal can do it. If lions cannot see any food like other animals to hunt, they can trek from 200 kilometers in order to search for food. And once they get food, they finish it, they eat, searching for another. So they depend on nature. But why we are called advanced animals is that we can create and preserve and make us not only waiting for nature, eating and waiting for nature, so that nature will provide. No, it makes you look like other lower animals. Human beings create things. Human beings create better their environments for their future generations. They don't just eat and start to pray and say God. No. That is where also this religion comes into play. The negative aspect of religion in our life. They made us, once they see anything, say, God have brought it. It's a miracle. God have done it. Thank God. Oh. They will not think about tomorrow. They will not think about how to conserve this, how to plant trees. Are you hearing me? How to plant trees so that in the next, in the next 50 years, 100 years, everywhere will be okay. No. Instead, we'll be butchering, raping nature. Then why are you called a human being? Do you see why they look down on us? That's why in our land, our people, they eat any animal they see in the bush, they chop, they eat. They don't care about conserving nature. They don't care about replenishing. So that, these animals will also reproduce, so that in the future we will also have abundance. Our people don't think about it. Our people don't think about planting trees. So, our ancestors planted different trees, Odara. They planted, or even if it is not them that planted it direct, they maintained it. Oba trees, different kinds of trees. Where are they today? Where are they? Where are they? And you insult our ancestral spirit. You are nothing but a foolish Neanderthal. That is what you are. That is what you are. If you continue praying against ancestral spirit, you are a primitive, perfect slave. That is who you are. I am telling you. So, as a human being is able, the only being capable of positively changing the environment, urbanizing areas and building cities that attracts others to come and live. Therefore, politics must be involved in order to control this socialism. There must be laws to guide the people. There must be laws to guide people, not forgiveness, no. As that Neanderthal said, Lord, forgive us this day, as we forgive those that trespass against us. No, it is not that. Forgiveness is the measure of punishment that is appropriate for that crime. That is forgiveness. There is nothing like forgiveness. Only measured punishment, so that other people will learn. But the Nigerian House of Representatives, Ikweche, he has committed a crime. He was not held to order. You know, they just do, how do they conduct a cinema? They call police arraignment and this and that, pay him 500,000 naira bail and finish. That is impunity. It empowers others in order to do the same thing. Because they will undergo, nothing will happen. Instead, they turn the victim to be a culprit, using money, using state power. That is what, when they say, oh, Nigeria, we are going to better Nigeria, people don't talk about all these things, that these are the causes of the rottenness in the land. There is no justice. People are talking about peace and unity. Spare me that arrant nonsense. You don't talk about peace or unity. You must be talking about justice. Peace and unity is the byproduct of justice. Finish. Justice and equity. Justice and equity. Peace is the byproduct. So, but talk about peace. Peace and unity from now till thy kingdom come. Without addressing justice and equity, you achieve nothing. Let me continue. Now, when I talk about politics, you know, people they have been traumatized with what they call politics in Nigeria, which is not politics. Is evil, wickedness, is criminality they practice, not the politics. Now, politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or area. It is the way that people living in groups make planned decisions. That is for collective interest. Planned decisions, not individual decisions. Remember that planned decision for collective interest, it can go against your individual interest. That is what our people should understand. Are you hearing me? Now, the ability to be organized and, you know, being able to overcome the hurdles of individuality, that is civilization of a people. Now, politics is about making agreements between people so that they can collectively live together in groups such as tribes, cities, or countries. Therefore, political consciousness is one's political state of mind. This state of mind is based on the personal awareness of politics, position in the political system and history, and actions one perceived as available to take in an effort to influence the political reality in which one operates. Are you hearing? Political consciousness is closely related to concepts of political identity, political participation, and political culture. What am I saying? That this political consciousness, it has to do with aggregate decision. Is a state of consciousness, a state of mind whereby you don't think as a lone person. You don't present only your individual interests. You put it as the top, at the apex. No. It is sense of we. Sense of who are we? Who we are. Our collective interest. That is the political consciousness. That is what I always say about the Fulani. They are politically conscious of their system, of who they are, of their political ambition, which is conquest, which is to dominate others, to rule others. Do you see the difference? Whereas you as an individual, you are building, you are wealthy as a person, you build your house, mansion, and be boasting with it as an individual. No. The caliphate, that is not their problem. Their problem is to carry everybody to go on towards that their focus, towards their political end, their end point. That is dipping Quran in the sea. That started in 1804. That is the their political consciousness and they are bent on achieving it. It doesn't matter the casualties they sustain. It doesn't matter the people. They put people, their own people, in harm's way to go into the bush. Even born children there. Children they know that could be killed. That wild animals, that indigenous people can kill them. They don't care. But what matters, because they know that that political interest, their collective interest, is more important to them than that individual interest. Are you hearing me? Or that individual victim. They know they will have victims, but their political interest, their collective interest is way, way, way forward, more important to them than the individual that fell. Do you see why they are progressing? Do you see that? Consciousness. Okay. Political consciousness could also mean being aware of who we are as a people, being conscious of our collective identity, which entails our socio-cultural values. That is religion. Our socio-cultural values involves religion. That is who we are, our roots. That is where it came inside. Because you cannot be politically conscious without identifying who you are. It's a pity that colonialism has made us, we start identifying ourselves based on our colonialists. I don't call them colonial masters any longer. Whereas the North whereas the Northerners identify with their colonial Arabs, the South identifies with their colonial Europeans. Do you see how sad it is? So we divided ourselves not based on our own socio-cultural, indigenous cultures, or traditions, but based on our colonialists. What you see is funny. It's funny, very, very funny. They made us hate our own thing, hate ourselves. Because when you hate your roots, you cannot be productive. It's impossible. Any tree that is detached from the roots, it will die. Nature teaches us things very simple, only if we are a little bit observant. You now go and cut the root of a tree. Immediately you will see it in the branches will die off. That is how we are. We are cut off from our roots. We are turned against our roots. That our roots are evil. Our ancestors are killers. They are this. And I tell you, which tradition, whose ancestors didn't kill? Is it the white people? That is why I play for you this clip. And I want you to also listen to it again, please. Please listen to it again. I played it in the preamble, but I want you to listen to it again because it talks so many things. Please. We are perishing because of lack of knowledge. Very, very big pity. But today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened the key, the gate of knowledge. And that is why we are tapping. We now are at liberty to enter into the door or through the door and be tapping the knowledge. Listen again. Listen.
Because so much. So let's just discuss it. Let's just look at it. That is our ancestor smell. Every time, all these self-acclaimed ministers of God and pastors, every time prophecy ancestral curse. And then secondly, Njo ha mere mere kinga no ngwe believe na ancestral cause njo na ga mere behind your suffering.
What extraordinary evil that our ancestors committed that made the Christian religion to continue demonizing them is the question this man, this wise fellow, is asking. And I want you to have a retrospect. What extraordinary evil that they did? What? Oh, they killed twins. Because that is, you see, colonial manipulation. When they come to your land, they use everything to manipulate you that what we are doing in our land is evil. It's manipulation. You know, there's something that sweet me in this election, American election. I'm not talking it that Donald Trump will do anything. No, but I want us to learn, because in everything we learn. You understand me? After all, Donald Trump, many Biafran that protested or rallied behind him when he won 2016, we are still in jail till today. Some of them are still, many were killed. So, what am I trying to say? We learn. We learn. Do you see the campaign, electioneering campaign of American presidency? Do you see many celebrities, Beyonce, all of them, or most of them? Do you see the campaign of calumny in the mainstream American media? Even CNN, they call this guy Trump, they call him all kinds of bad, they call him a monster, even he's the Satan. That is a Russian agent. They mock him. The celebrities will come and mock him. They do everything. But do you know the best part of it? Now they do understand that people now don't too much give credence to the mainstream media and the celebrities. They hire celebrities, paid huge sums of money in order to campaign, in order to castigate Trump, to call him all sorts of names in this world, to discourage people. But they were surprised that Trump won hands down. Not, he didn't only win, but he humiliated them in every ramification. Which means people are no more interested in the lies of the mainstream. When are we going to learn? Do you think our colonialists love us? And do you know why I'm happy about Trump? It's not for any other thing, but at least those supported by mainstream Europe, any people, any person, any candidate they are supporting, know that they are anti-Africa. Oh, that's why when I look at the black people, black Americans, they don't care. Look, any person being supported by mainland Europe, that ancient harlot, the mainstream European governments know that be against them because they are against us. They are against Africans. It doesn't matter the lip service they play. After all, you see Niger Republic, they mockingly say, "Oh, Niger is the poverty capital of the world," but it's democratic. They praise Niger is a democratic nation, is this and that. But what is the result? That is how you judge, not by sentiment. In this show, not by sentiment. Any person or any group of people supported by Europe, I hate that. I will automatically hate that place because I know that Europe is anti-African in their policies. People that say that, look, our population growth is a menace. That they said it. is a threat to Europe. What do you think? So that's when I look, I say, so these people are the people that give us religion we are defending. That useless boat driver he quoted the Lord's Prayer, you should forgive. It's written in the Bible, in the book of John, you know. And we carry. Do you think that if this is real, if it is as it is, sounds as it is, the Europeans will give it to us? I have preached about one king of Bakongo that became Europeanized, thinking that like that he will belong. In 15th century, the Portuguese, he Christianized himself and the kingdom, built the churches to the extent they called the city of churches, city of bells, thinking that by turning the whole country to Christians, now the Europeans will help him to develop or to upgrade him. Not him understanding that the only way to your development is your root. Nothing more. The Japanese understood it, and that is why they are developed today. This man, this king of Bakongo, he started wearing like Europeans, eating like Europeans, answering European name, jettisoning his African name. Europe, they say, okay, they have found the slaves here, or perfect slaves. They sent their missionaries to teach them how to pray, how to say nafana, how to eat with their system, how to bake pizza, how to this and that. After once they saw that they have cut the umbilical cord from their roots, the Europeans exhibited who they are, their real color. They started taking slaves. When they want to argue, they show them the book of Ephesians chapter this that say, oh, slaves, obey your master. They started collecting slaves. To the extent the king himself have to write the Pope that time, say, I'm your Christian brother. Why are you people treating me like this? They sent more the prisoners. They hardened the criminals from Europe. The ones that kill for fun, they sent them to him as a reply to come, and they came and start harvesting young men and women, taking them. Say, do you think that we are playing? You've been Christianized. And by that time, the man's kingdom, more than half of the population, almost all the populations, you have turned them to Christianity. So when now the man started resisting them, to start preaching against them, to fight the European, the Portuguese, do you know that the Europeans organized, they used their missionaries, organized ordinary Congolese to fight against their king. So this is unbeliever. Satan have entered him. He want to fight us. Come and defend your brothers. They manipulated them into fighting against themselves, and that is how they conquered everybody and started looting till today in Congo. Do you see that? Do you see religious manipulation? For those that think that what we are talking, we are just talking it out of hatred or anything. No, it is out of historical facts, so that we cannot continue making the same mistakes and think that we will be getting another type of result. No. When you do something you are not supposed to, you get a result that is ugly. That is it. That is it. That is the situation. So we must continue listening. This man is asking, what is that? What is that extraordinary crime that our ancestors committed? That every time, it's not they told me now. I follow now. All of us follow. Ancestral spirit. Oh, it's ancestral spirit. I cancel you every day till today. But when we expose the atrocities of Christianity, of these foreign religions, they become annoyed. They say we are insulted. They say, oh, you want to cause confusion. So, do you see how the colonialists act? They want to be monopolists, or they want to be they want to monopolize everything. power, insult to it is better in their mouth. Insulting our ancestors is better in their mouth. But when we open historical facts about the religion, they become annoyed that we are trying to bring confusion. So you don't try to bring confusion when you bring the religion in our land, telling us that even under gunpoint, that this thing we are worshiping is idol, not knowing that it is them, the Europeans. They are the idols, not even idol, they are the idols. Are you hearing me? They are the idols. Let's listen to our brother.
Let's just look at it at this comment section. Tell me, I want to know. Don't forget that every tradition was once barbaric. Gabo number one, this Christianity in our practice. Are you aware that
every tradition was once barbaric? He said it all. But they continue putting in your brain, right from block rosary, right from Sunday school, that everything we do is evil. So what will make you change? It's extraordinary unless you become extraordinary. Unless you are, that is the only time you can be able to loosen yourself from the shenanigans, because it started from childhood. Every tradition was once barbaric. What is constant in this world is change. But they continue nailing in our heads that, oh, it is our own tradition, our own religion that is very evil, that is bad. They come from anywhere. They came from all the way from Europe. And so, our revered deity, Ekwensu, which is what you call Yahweh today, Ekwensu, that that we revere, that we use during the Apokoya, Yoneri, Chonayaja, Yachawa, European. Now they identified our helper. Now they say that it is that Satan. They carried our brain today. Any button I see Ekwensu. Little did we know that it is one of our Igbo pantheons, Ekwensi. But when the same people will praise Jesus for Elijah calling fire and calling down Ojokeri Ajabia, do you see what is manipulation? Mental manipulation. They made you condemn your own thing. Whereas their own, they launder their own is laundering of image. That is it. It's part of it. Is colonialism, colonization. They colonize our brain. They made us, give bad things. The only thing we remember is bad things are against our ancestors, without understanding that every culture was barbaric. At least once, for some time, was barbaric. That is what this man is trying to stipulate. Let's listen.
The history of Christianity is littered with violence and oppression. It's a common knowledge. You can Google it. The Inquisition, the Church Inquisition.
The history of Christianity is littered with persecution, genocide. What I'm saying is not makeup. There is, when you have limitation in things you can research on, that is where the problem starts. When you limit yourself, say no, this, if I go here, you see, if I go here, start researching, I am sinning against the Holy Spirit. That is still that mental enslavement. When you liberalize your mind, you become free. You can go at any length to study. This religion committed crimes against humanity in different periods of time. The man is enumerating the Inquisition. Go and study, make research about the Inquisition. When you hear about today we make fun about, now he's witch hunting. Now witch hunting. Do you know how this thing started? Do you know the origin of that phrase, witch hunting? It started from Christian policies. When they come to a place, people will point any person they feel that it is not loyal, not completely loyal to church, to Catholic Church. They will take him, call him a witch, and burn him at stake. They killed people in the most horrendous way for the religion, that they committed heretics. What the Muslims call blasphemy today, Christianity practices it worst. Here we don't mince words. The religion you are practicing today, defending, it practiced what they call blasphemy worse than Muslims today. They kill the people in the most horrendous way. Are you hearing me? In the name of the religion. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Bible said that the earth is flat, that the sun is going around the world. Galileo, a scientist, said no with his observation. An astrologer, he said no, that the sun is static. It is the earth that is spherical, round. It's going around the sun. They sentenced him to death. He have said things against the Holy Spirit. He should be killed. Many of them, women that they labeled witches, we are being killed. In many, I put it sometime in my timeline. The photo depiction, they will carry a woman, put a long peg. Now hang the woman, put the peg in the private parts, so that hang him up, so that the woman will be dying slowly. They say the cry of the woman will be heard in the whole of the village. He will not die one day. As he's crying, and the pressure, the pressure, he will be going down slowly through that peg, pointed peg put inside his private part, until he come out from his neck or from his head. For many days, the women, they die agonizing death for the religion you are in today, you are defending. But whenever they talk, you say, no, our ancestors, they did this, they did that. But they hide all these things for you, so that you will not open eyes to understand that all is manipulation. Please continue listening.
And executions across Europe and America. People were killed in numbers. Heretics. You could just poop more Christ, anything against Christ. You'll be prosecuted and killed. And I go on. Read about the Crusades. Look about the wars. Read about the forcible conversion. Read about the persecution of the Jews by Christianity. Millions of people were killed. You don't aware. That is enjoy. I want to go to comment section and tell me, that is Abraham and I don't know one I want to know. You understand? But in Christianity, when institutional culture, because this is the same Christianity we are practicing today. You cannot exempt yourself. But even you cannot say, no, Pope, not the Catholic. Then Christianity was worse. Was what? When that ancestors had behind it, the evils of colonialism, the killings, the enslavement, the oppression, the rape. But then the ancestors had behind that. The ancestors are in there. Tell me, because I have thought of it a million times, I still could not understand it.
It's ignorance. This our wise man, he said he thought about it 1 million times, like me, and I cannot I cannot understand it. I think about this every day. Say, what extraordinary bad and evil that we are nailing our ancestors, which you will become an ancestor in no distant time. In the next 100 years, all of us in this world now, 98% of us must have died, both children born today, in the next 100 years. So we become ancestors, and we are part of it. Are you hearing me? So that extraordinary bad evil they committed is what baffles me. Any person only say, yeah, no, they kill twins because of the program. Are you hearing me? The same way we were programmed in Block Rosary. You don't know that it is only politics, because of politics, political enmity, the Cold War, that they drill into us. You know, I tell you that the Europeans are very smart. In order to counter them, you have to be smarter. You have to be smart also. Are you hearing me? You have to be smart. That is what IPOB is playing. You play smart because these people are smart. I give it to them. They are very smart. They use everything, educational system, everything, in order to impose that ideology they want in us right from beginning. Catch them young. They wrote in they give us the curriculum how to they taught us that a Mongo Park discovered the source of River Niger, so that if you write it, they tell you your pass. They promote you in they promote us in stupidity. It is this time we are mentally mature. We started asking questions. Say, come on, how can Mongo Park go to a country called Guinea, in a village where people are living for time immemorial, drinking the water from the source? People are swimming there, people are drinking, they are farming beside there. Even Mongo Park is the people, the population. The people showed him, they start asking, where this river? They say, look at it here now. They carry them, go show them. One man they call Demba is a monk. It's in history. But in tertiary history, you will see it. Not in all this primary history. One man they call Demba. He's there. He follow Mongo Park, carry him, go show him, say, this is the source of River Niger. Now, all of a sudden, it's Mongo Park that discovered River Niger. I don't know, discovered it for who? That is what they promote in our land, stupidity. Their superiority, they promote it in our head. As one person said, you are waiting for coming of Jesus, right? If you see a black man now flying down from the sky in our land with the wing, you say, everybody will run away, say it's Satan. Do you see the program? It's a program. I used to say this. What you are following as a religion is a simple program which they use in caging everybody, so that you'll be singing their music, so that you'll be going according to how they command you. If you see a black man, black person that resemble you, flying down from the sky, you will run. You will start taking cover. Say, hey, devil, don't come over. But if the same thing, if it's a white person with white robe now start coming down from sky, hey, you come out and say, oh, Jesus is coming. That program is algorithm. The same way Elon Musk, his engineers program the robots that is serving people now. That is the same thing. That is the way they program you. We continue behaving like robots. So that when you see a Russian, you start taking him as Satan. You don't know that the Europeans, the Western Europeans, want you to fight their war. Are you hearing me? They want you to be fighting their own wars. So that when that time, if you see a Russian, say, hey, now these are evil people. They have put that hatred in you. that hatred they have. So that is colonialization. That is it. We need to remove ourselves from it. Continue listening.
Close to 4 million Jews in Auschwitz. Are you not aware of that? The concentration camps. Our ancestors from what many years. Our ancestors made. That is what I want to know. Mary and John, that is in John. I don't buy at all. And well, no, I want to know. If you equate all these pastors, not more ministers of God, not ancestral cause behavior. Are you aware that the excavation in Meruna, Peru, South America, yes, close to Ecuador and Colombia, I think, yes, excavation in Meruna, I think between 2011 and 2016, 140 children between the ages of 12 and the ages of 8 and 12, then 3 adults, 200 youths were excavated in a mass ritual sacrifice over I think 500 to 400 years ago. Ofunchuaja kahanidi umuazi do 140 adult eto na ndị youth 200. Kedu ihe nna anyị ha mere na njọ ha bụ na isaide ụlọ ha ma nwe ihe kwere central gos onye sokata gị nkwe bi na-eje. I want to let's just discuss it now. Let's talk about it. I'm glad that this Peru, South America, St. 125, St. Martin de Porres, you know, in the process of becoming saints. Yes, we talk about blessed and venerable. Why you go 50? Tell me, let's just discuss it. Huh? Haven't you heard about witch hunt? You understand? Witch hunt. And don't forget the driving force behind that witch hunting in Europe and colonial America. But the church politics, their hatred for heretics.
They don't know.
Their intolerance. Oh, you fool with that witch hunt. Where tens of thousands of helpless and innocent people were killed. Obu na ejide gị people isi before agba ọkụ ịdụ lucky a na-agba ọkụ na ndụ. Kedu ihe ndị nna anyị ha mere? Hey, Africa wake up, ụmụ Igbo tete nọ n'ụlọ gị. Onye mee ha na prophecy asịgo sensora course nke ha na-adịbe izi. Ọ bụkwa na ha ya emebi ya na-agbacha ya epuzie you be caged after erichara gị nakọrịcha ya ego. You understand? One when you use that on boy and say deceive the people. Say ego busi na ndị mmadụ. Ọ bụ na ancestors go need feed na abụrụ ọnụ ga face ya bụ ma ọnụ. Stop contaminating other people's mind. Not only that, you know, the most annoying part of it is that the descendants of these people committed these atrocities. The descendants of these people committed these atrocities are living their best life. They're living their best life. And no ancestral cause for them. Go to Germany, go to Europe, go to UK, slave masters, and go to there, better school, everything, and no ancestral cause. All quaning wabunda walum, everything, Chiono, no quaning wakano. Oh, yeah, Brukabar, this 21st century. Hebrew Bible, you know, much Bible, you know, that and no policy and everything. He said, the man on entity, no way, Dianisi. Ụmụ Igbo onye kpọọ ọba ya ọkpọkọrọ agbata obi were akpa ihe.
Ụmụ Igbo onye mee ọba ya ọkpọkọrọ agbata obi ya were ya mere ihe ọsọrọ ha. That is the what we are. So what am I trying to say? Political consciousness entails even coming back to reality of who we are, what we are, the deception that we have been engaged in, the mental colonization that has been following us, the manipulations of the colonialists. It is high time we become politically conscious in order to save our own race from extermination. Are you hearing me? As I was saying, consciousness describes a person's political sense of self. Political sense of self. That is, somebody say, I'm proud I am feeble. That is political sense of self. Feeble, which means it entails not only you but a group of people, a race. Which means we're supposed to be moving towards one direction. Because we have one overall indigenous culture and tradition that is guiding us. That is it. Political sense of self. That is what it means. That is, consciousness describes a person's awareness of politics. An authentic consciousness was linked to understanding one's true position in history. The position in history, the colonialism imposed on us is to remember always that our ancestors killed if they are evil. That is, these are the lies they imbibed in our head. They didn't tell you what their own ancestors did, the evil they committed. No, they open here, they say your own. You know, every tradition and culture was once barbaric. All. That is it. But today we are mature enough. We are matured enough in order to dig out our own history and find out the lies we have been caged in. That is part of political consciousness. Political identity is the perceived connection between an individual and a political community, a group that has political interests and goals. And among individuals of a political community, nationalism is the dominant political identity of most people, yes, but others such as religion do exist as primary political identity and are becoming more common. Religion is part of it, more common. You understand? As long as we have the same tradition and culture, we are one people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asked, what is the border line of Biafra? He said, any people that their women are wearing two-piece wrapper, that is culture. You have identified that only that word started ricocheting in the minds. People, ignorant people, that we are saying, no, we are not able. They start to say, if you have 4 market days, number one, and your women are wearing two-piece wrapper, we are one people. And bingo, people started confessing, say, yes, I saw my mother used to wear two-piece wrapper, but he told me we are not Igbo. Oh, do you remember that time calls to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on air? People were confessing, oh, I'm Urobo, but I started wondering inside my mama, why are we wearing two-piece wrapper like Igbos? Why? They cannot understand. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, joined the puzzles together. And our people's eyes started opening. That is political consciousness. It's part of political consciousness. The culture that binds us together. When people hear about going back to our roots, mischievous people, I call it mischievous people. Who are you to say that I won't do when I worship idol? We are foreigners brought idol from Europe. Who are you? Do you know what is our culture? Do you know what is culture and tradition? Do you know what is eating a goosey soup? Do you know what is iriji? Do you know, do you know what is that? It's our culture. The way we marry, the way we do traditional marriage. No, we call it traditional. The way we do marriage. It is only when the white man came that we start calling it tradition, putting that word traditional. No. It is the way we do marriage. They now came and imposed. It's the same thing I was saying. They impose a white marriage, that we must do their own as perfect slaves. And we now refer to our own as traditional marriage instead of calling it marriage. The way we do marriage, the way we circumcise our male children in Igbo land. The way we do things is our culture and tradition. What we eat, the way we behave, what we wear, all these things contributes to who we are. But mischievous people don't go that way. They always talk about bowing down or worshiping idols. Whereas even in the Bible, it is written that Bible God say, mold me 2 cherubs. Two. Say mold me. 2 cherubs mold in pure gold. Through there I will minister to my people. What does it mean? That thing he said through there. Oh, no. You say they are agents that are proselyting. They don't know what they are saying. They don't know what they are doing. Because they are foreign agents. That is who they are. That is their character. But we are here. I know about. You know, I have been inviting, I say, open invitation. Even call me in any platform, any of you, if you are afraid to come and debate, because we are not doing this for doing sake. We are not doing it for fun. But we want inner understanding, or what somebody will say, understanding of issues, so that we learn from each other, so that we progress using superior arguments. We are human beings that operate with the brain. We are not spirits. Stop telling me that you are a spiritual man. You are not. You are a physical man. I'm saying, for goodness sake, that I cannot understand the things of the spirit. Do you eat in the spirit? Do you, if I enter car, you enter car. Why not enter through the spirit and leave me? If I want to fly to Nigeria, I fly, enter buy ticket, physical, you follow me. Now, but you are spiritual. Why are we stupidly deceiving ourselves? Why? The world is physical world. We must use our brain. Our brain is being, do you know, according to science, scientific, according to science, human being is using, the most intelligent human being is using less than 10% of the brain capacity. Do you know what? 10%, which means this brain we have is infinite. The knowledge there is infinite, only for us to tap through it. But you have used belief to stop everything. That is what dwarfed our progress. Belief. This is not the time of belief. This is not the era of belief. This is the era of action. This is the era of renaissance. This is the era of the awakening. Remember, I am talking about political consciousness. European colonization. European colonization forced us into changing our political orientation. That is true. They forced us into changing our political orientations and identity, thereby causing us to change our political consciousness. They made us to accept that our originality is evil or not good enough for humanity, thereby accepting being inferior human beings. This is how the Europeans underdeveloped Africa, according to Walter Rodney. One of his main arguments, Walter Rodney, in his book, How Europeans Underdeveloped Africa, is that Africa developed Europe at the same rate the Europeans underdeveloped Africa. Can you understand that? That mmadụ butere ike ewu na enwere onye losiri ike. Ewotara the thing. Let me read it. Let me say it again. One of the main arguments of Walter Rodney in his book, How Europeans Underdeveloped Africa, is that Africa developed Europe at the same rate that Europe underdeveloped Africa. When you hear that, onye hit $1 million. Know that onye lose $1 million. That you are hearing that Europe developed, their garden, they developed this and that. Know that when they lose for them to develop. That is what the argument of Walter Rodney, which is highly understandable. Rodney argues that to fully appreciate and understand the effect of European exploitation on Africa, some distinct issues need to be addressed. A reconstruction of pre-European Africa's development or developmental condition, that is before Europe came to Africa, when Europeans never visited Africa, how were we? That is what you consider. Are we not going well? That is what you need to. How many people can make researches on that? How were we during pre-European era or exploitation of African era? Okay, that of expansionist Europe, before Europe started expanding, before Europe started their expansionist agenda. How we are there? Because they went everywhere and gathered, they destroyed the civilizations and they learned from others. Now they came back with the exploits they took, they developed their places. They now build their countries based on what they saw abroad. Are you hearing me? The same way, if you are nothing, you don't have any job, you cannot build a house, but all of a sudden you travel, you find yourself in Canada. Before you know, you start doing well, we will sending money, building house. Which means you are getting it from somewhere. Without you going that place, you wouldn't have been able to do it. Do you see? All these things these are simple issues. Without you traveling to Canada or Spain, you couldn't have been able to build all those mansions you build at home. Are you hearing? Which means you are tapping from the wealth of that place, of that system, in order to build yourself your personal wealth. That is what the Europeans did. Without tapping from the wealth of Africa and other places they exploited, they wouldn't have built the place today. That is it. Are you hearing me? So, this political consciousness, that is the awakening or enlightenment, will never be complete without going back to our roots, understanding and being proud of our traditions and culture. We should not continue accepting to be manipulated into being eternal pupils or apprentices of Western cultures and civilization. That is it. We must go back to our root in order for us to develop, to initiate our own development. We should never continue being eternal pupils to European own pattern of civilization. For us to succeed, we cannot succeed like that. Otherwise, they continue teaching you, election. They will be in charge of those ruling us. Look at how Ukraine, that is in a war, is sending food, corns and corns to African countries, including Nigeria. There are corns that have expired. They don't know, they cannot go and throw it into the ocean. Now they send it to Neanderthals, and your people Africans are proud to collect it. That is all these things. It shows how low we are, because they take us as eternal pupils. One for they call it. Obi is a boy always. Every time election, 2027 election will come, they will start sending election observers from Europe. Britain will be teaching us, continue teaching how to rule how to do election. After killing people and they put their person, they say yes, the election is free and fair, notwithstanding some lives lost. A few hundreds of lives lost, but it cannot affect the generality of the result. How can the lives of Neanderthals matter to Europeans? It doesn't matter. So they continue putting their own people, sustaining their system, putting it, and the problems everywhere, so that exploitations will continue. That is it. Do you know that Arabs, why you see Dubai is able to develop today, Saudi Arabia is able to develop, Qatar and Qatar and Kuwait and all of them, they are able to attain advancement today. Do you know the reason? There was what they call Nahda. I have said it here several times. Nahda is the awakening, the Arab awakening or enlightenment. It occurred during the 18th century and 19th century. What does it mean? The Europeans, through Ottoman Empire, we are pushing them to go, that development only comes through the Western system, Western civilization. But a time came, because of the cultural shock brought by Napoleon, or Napoleon's invasion of Egypt in 1798, the Arabs, they said, no, we have a culture. How can these people be pushing us that they can only attain development or advancement through their system? They came back, they said, no, we have our culture and tradition. Our tradition is based on Islam. We have to use it in order to, we are Arabs. We have adopted Islam as our religion and our culture. We must use it. We will never abandon it to follow Western culture so that we develop. No. And they went back. It caused revolutions in Arab land. Are you hearing me? That is how they were able to develop from the grassroots, to go back to their root and become proud of who they are, without feeling inferior, without because the Europeans were smart. They were trying to annihilate them, remove them from their root of Islamic root. Say, this European system is only through it you can be saved, you can advance. As they tell you that Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life. That is how colonialists work. They will come and overshadow you that their own is the only way. It is the only truth. You know, it is either you believe it or not. That is intimidative system of the Europeans. They exhibit it everywhere, and our people have taken it up. Virus. This radio, we must make sure that our eyes are open. The Arabs shunned, they stopped anything about the European system of development. You see democracy in Arab land, they returned their monarchy system and they are developed. Dubai you are going is not a country. Dubai is part of United Arab Emirates. You are not afraid of it because it's called Emirates. But in Nigeria, it's Emirate. Oh no, they are jihadists. But do you see how they modernize their system? It's an Emirate. UAE. United Arab Emirates, and it's developed, and you are proudly going there on holiday, on honeymoon, you know, everything. You are going to Kuwait and respecting their World Cup was held last time in Qatar. It was held in Qatar, despite the country was very small, but it was held there. And people came and respected their system and their culture. That is how it should be. The only African country that it was held 2010 was South Africa, with difficulty. Are you hearing me? But did the Emirates stop it? Did the Tam Emirate or their system, it's Islam, this? No. Because it is their culture. You have to respect them in their culture, and they are developed. It didn't stop them from development through their own system. But in your own, you condemn your own culture, you condemn your own tradition, thinking that as you condemn it, now development will come, advancement will come from nowhere or fall down from heaven as miracle. That is how Neanderthalish you are, how primitive you are. It is high time we become politically conscious of who we are. For a people to develop, advance, and end their space in this planet Earth, they must be politically conscious. They must retain or take back their originality. They must also be proud of who they are. This is what IPOB is raising in the mindset of Biafrans. The right political consciousness. This is what we are preaching. Are you hearing me? So that we will continue in what we are doing. We shall never stop. Because here Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set a standard. We should never allow this standard to be compromised. Never. We will never allow it to be compromised. That is why we must continue in guiding this hallowed platform Are you hearing what I'm saying? This hallowed platform, we must continue in order to do what? To guide it judiciously. Because Radio Biafra is in defense of freedom. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in. Please do not go. I'll be right back.
That is our ancestor every time. All these self-acclaimed ministers of God and pastors, every time hakukata prophecy ancestral curse. And then secondly, believe na ancestral cause behind your suffering. Business ancestral cause. Let's just look at it at this comment section. Tell me, I want to know. Don't forget that every tradition was once barbaric. Number one, this Christianity in our practice. Are you aware that the history of Christianity is littered with violence and oppression? It's a common knowledge. You can Google it. The Inquisition, the church inquisitions and the executions across Europe and America. People were killed in numbers. Heretics. You could just poop more Christ. If you anything against Christ, you'll be prosecuted and killed. And I go on. Read about the Crusades. Look about the wars. Read about the forcible conversion. Read about the persecution of the Jews by Christianity. Millions of people were killed. You know where? That is enjoy. I want to go to comment section and tell me, enjoy that is Abraham and I don't know one Uzbe Abraham and I don't know now I want to know. You understand? But when Christianity, when institutional course, because this is the same Christianity we are practicing today. You cannot exempt yourself. But when you cannot say no Pope, not the Catholic, then Christianity was worse. Was what? The ancestors had behind the evils of colonialism, the killings, the enslavement, the oppression, the rape. But then the ancestors had behind that. The ancestors are in there. Tell me, because I have thought of it a million times, I still could not understand it. You know, close to 4 million Jews, not Swiss. Are you not aware of that? The concentration camps. Our ancestors our ancestors made. That is what I want to know. That is enjoy. I want to know. All these pastors, ministers of God, no ancestral cause to be aging. Are you aware that the excavation in Peru, South America, yes, close to Ecuador and Colombia, I think, yes, excavation in I think between 2011 and 2016, 140 children between the ages of 12 and the ages of 8 and 12, then 3 adults, 200 youths were excavated in a mass ritual sacrifice over I think 500 to 400 years ago.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 9th day of November 2024. Tata Bobachenko. Therefore, our lines are now opened. Our direct line is as usual +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. Even if you have opposing view, there is no problem about it. Only we are brothers and sisters, we are comrades. We can agree to disagree. All we want is to let superior argument rule. We bow to superior arguments. We are not doing anything with any malice. No. We are not doing it with malice. Never. We are charting our own paths as a people, and that is it. So I have caller on already. Caller on let me see. The first caller, is it on signal? Yes. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. What is going on? Is the caller still there? It seems the caller is caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Are you there? Once again. No, sorry. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Sorry. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. You are the first caller. Mazi Kunoku now. Caller on WhatsApp. We'll talk now. You know, Mazi, go on please. You know, there is something Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught us. When you call, you need to be agile. That's the thing, honestly speaking, because it is annoying. You'll be called, I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Go on. Go on, Mazi, go on. My goodness. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. No, I cannot be waiting. Mazi Akas, please go on. Caller on signal, please go on. Caller on signal, Mazi Akas, please go on. Can you hear me? There. Yeah, go on, please. Go on. There.
To bless you for this knowledge which you use to come in this platform, Radio Biafra, to preach to our people. Mazi, please, before I proceed, I just want to ask a question. Maybe I don't know if it is only me. Our IPOB community radio is, is breaking. It's not really functioning.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. It seems you didn't start right from beginning. I've been announcing it. Our IPOB community radio, only IPOB community radio, is under attack. But our engineers are on it, trying to fix it. It is a very big work they are doing. I am telling you, a very tedious job. Our enemies are not resting. If you on it, it will repeat and off and on and off. It is annoying. So it is not from your device. I've been shouting it right from beginning. Even I put it on my timeline so that you use alternative options, other options, in order to be listening. You have garden radio, you have simple radio, you have IPOB, www.ipob.org. Go to live broadcast until all these ones are fixed. Even it's no more in Google. Our IPOB community radio is no more on Google Play Store. I repeated it several times. So yeah,
it's a big problem, Mazi.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
problem.
But use other this.
Yes.
But we're on satellite.
As a hardcore.
We're on satellite, and it's coming out on our FM on parts of Biafra land. Go on.
No, Mazi, every hardcore knows what to do. Yeah, we know what to do. That's why I have to dive immediately through Simple Radio to keep on doing the needful.
Yes.
Mazi, thank you for explanation so that other people who are facing the same problem will know exactly what is happening. Mazi Jonathan, you have really done the whole deal tonight. I just have a little thing to contribute concerning what our brother said. The enlightenment that is coming on this Radio Biafra has, opened our people's eyes that are beginning to see the truth. If it was before, I don't think this our brother will ask this question, because I can't understand why somebody from Europe came to me and tell me that I'm killing for that reason. All my ancestors I have to kill them and destroy them, banning them every day and night. Why their own came? King Leopard come from Europe, go to Congo, killed, even those who destroy their hand, chop off their head. But today, the Belgian people are still praising their ancestors, which is King Leopard. They are still bound before him. But our people, those that find the food we are eating today, the gusi, the apple, the gari, the ofe gusi, everything we are eating today, our parents that have suffered to bring this food to us today, we are eating and nourishing our body. Some idiotic people, which are Mazi, sorry to use that word. Before I was ignorant of this thing. I have stopped these things since I come across Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How can you be banning people who are saving your life? And look at how our life is today. Even if I'm part of these ancestors and every day you are banning me, if I have enough knife, I will chop up your head. Because I can't understand the race. Who is praying against their people that are supposed to guide them? Here in Austria, they have what they call the Halloween. They respect their death. They will public holidays. You will see their people in their regalias. They dress with blacks. Put some that will make that day a colorful day. That they are remembering their death. They are remembering those that are suffering for them to have this type of life they are enjoying today. Their ancestors, for God's sake. What we are doing in our place is to ban and destroy those who have been even guiding our land to today, making the enemy even not even invade our land to today. It's horrible. But I thank God that people are beginning to understand what we have done to ourselves, that we must not continue this way. Because the more we continue to do this way, the more the enemies will come to us and destroy our land completely. We must not continue like this, Mazi. This is why whenever we come on here on this Radio Biafra, when we talk the same IPOB, we cannot shy away to speak this truth that has affected all of us. We must not shy away. We must let our people know. When we say we are going back to our roots, is to go to begin to do those things which will make our people to understand who we are. It's only us in the who will stand up and begin to embrace what the white man brought from far kilometers ahead away there. Before even Mazi, the one that is paining me, have they also written in that the same Bible how many people they killed in Africa, even they killed in our land? How many of our ancestors they killed?
No, they don't record it. Instead, they record they saved us. They came to save us. That is all, and that is what they don't record how many people we are drowned. How many of our people, of our ancestors, we are drowned in Atlantic Ocean? Those that died. Do you know that at the point of no return, why taking them away from our western coast to enter into their ship with Jesus? They call Jesus. Joined the European slave union ship. The Reverend Father is there baptizing them. So they don't record all these things. What they record is they come to save us. So it's part of that brainwashing, Mazi. Honestly, it take many years for us to remove ourselves from this mess. Mazi, go on.
I thought these people said whatever they put in that Bible is the truth and nothing but the truth. You only came to tell me my ancestors killed the twins. But why can't you still put in the same that Bible? That when I came, these people felt they don't want to accept this, you know. But I gave them in millions to make sure they accept this thing. But they refuse to put this in mark. And you accept me. They do them bad in here. When they come to us to kill us, for us to accept what is not our culture. What is not our culture? Why is these people so wicked? They can't be able to speak the truth. They only turn the whole thing upside down to bring the bad side of it to say we are the wrong side. Why they know what have done to our people? Today, look at how my brother is ready to kill me because I don't believe what he believes. You come to a family, one is going to Assemblies of God, one is going to Roman Catholic, the other one is going to Pentecostal. The other one, these brothers, they can't unite because of they have even entered into family and divide brothers and sisters. They can't agree. But I thank God that through this Radio Biafra, people has begun to understand that this thing they brought to us is a calamity. And gradually, we are going to remove ourselves into it and practice the way we used to practice, the way we used to believe in ourselves, the way we used to say, when a brother, another person come to your brother for destruction, you will see your own brother will come to join you to save your life. You have to come and help. Today, nobody cares. Everybody says, I don't care. This is why our land has become what it is today. Look at how our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is suffering for us in the dungeon of DSS, IPOB all over the world, suffering to make sure that our leader is going to be, going to be released. Doing everything in humanly possible to make sure that leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released where he is. Mazi, we must continue. We must continue because he used to say that we have no even back. We don't even see back. Talk of going. I am whereby Naga until we achieve this freedom we are fighting for. Mazi, thank you. May God continue to bless you. And you give you the strength to begin to do the need for always.
We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there, please? Caller on WhatsApp. Indicate. Yes. Yes, Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
Masina ina abale na the program na kwa hozo this issue of Christianity one, because there was a time the director of state the GS the issue instruction that the religion program should stop. I was so worried about it, So, this religion issue, how we are the main problem in facing the community of this day. Now, even in the families.
Are you in Biafra land? Are you listening through FM?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Are you listening through FM?
I'm low. Simple radio again.
Okay, very good. Okay. Help people to tell people to be downloading Simple Radio.
Yeah, that's all I told my friends already.
Okay. There we go on.
So, Mazi, the issue of this religion of 18, now we have the main issue in the facing. Even in our families everywhere. even in the parents in Moromadamo, you know, when you start telling them that the truth, I don't know I can see when they possess. So I really thank God. I really appreciate God for this Radio Biafra. You know.
Yeah, well, of course.
Can you hear me?
The whole world is now no looking.
Okay, so even there was a time my dad gradually went and destroyed his father's in Kenga. You know, so with help of church and everything, the thing backfired and he got sick with stroke. You know, and the same church now that no one year work on the mere the 10. No one year work on the stroke.
Yeah, no, we cause confusion in our land. Divide and rule, divide and conquer. That is the thing.
Onye
Okafo na achọ okeke na ezo Okafo. Nsogbu ju everywhere.
Mazi. The thing family everywhere agbajacha. So the thing thank God for this Radio Biafra. Okwa nga nno. What is this? I can see the church to behold and everything. I was there now, like we cost through the 10. And they can make everybody. I also need you, So, you could now, like I watched a video today. Somebody that threatened one of our brothers on social media that our brother will Matthias, exactly. So, you can.
There were.
So, I think this time around should be tooth for tooth.
There were Mazi.
Yes, sir.
There were. We must continue. The issue, when you take a stock in your shop, if you're a trader, you have to know you are taking a stock in order to understand whether you are growing or you are falling. It's from taking stock that you know. That is what we are doing. We have taken a stock in our land and found out that is not doing us any good. Instead, it's dividing us into pieces upon pieces. Had it been that we are together, he joined us together, we will not have any issue. We will be in a bunch, no problem. But this thing came and thwarted us. Yeah, we just come a whole family, every family. They will turn Peter against Paul, turn Okafo against Okonko, that it is your father that is against you. You see, they place us into emotional trauma, fighting all the years of our life for just fighting for nothing. That I know, instead of trying to understand that, look, we have to build a progressive government that should be in charge, that the people, that should be accountable for the people, or accountable for the people. But no way. They remove our mindset, start pursuing spirits that we don't know anything about. That it is this spirit, it's ancestral spirit, it is this and that spirit, it is what they, you see how they put somebody off. You pursuing shadow. When will you catch your shadow? It's impossible. That is what they put us. But now, our eyes are opening. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jonathan.
There, Mazi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan, as always. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel, and I'm speaking from a location. Thank you once again. As always, I greet my leader and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who set up this platform to expose so many things that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet him once again. Yes, I want to start from the community radio. Just about getting to 1 week now. It's a problem. It's only yesterday I tried to find somebody that can switch me to simple radio. Then I start to know what is going on. And again, on your direct call, something happened to that. Maybe you have not found it out. It's not working for quite a long time now. You can check it. It's not working. So, let me start. I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu. I thank God for IPOB. I thank God for somebody like you, Mazi Jonathan, to a strong man who can stand boldly and talking to the whole world about the truth, which in Radio Biafra is all about. Sometimes I start to ask myself so many questions. If you start from 1966, that time we are in elementary school. We saw between 50 to 60 to 70 after the war. So many people that fought with Ojukwu between 1966 to 70, many of them has died and gone. What we are suffering now is people who don't know their left or their right. Those that was born after the war and during the war who don't know anything. If our grade finally left, I'm telling you, Igbo people has gone completely. Because those people that was born 1970 and up to date, who have sung this thing you call Christianity and Muslim, this religion, the damage it has put in every family is unredeemable. When you go to any family, the elder who saw a long time ago before marrying a wife and born children and telling them the truth, those people that was born after the war who don't know anything, we call their father, the person who knows long ago, they will call him all manner of them and see where we are today. So many times I would like to have a time to talk to people, because without Nnamdi Kanu, without Radio Biafra, black people will remain slaves forever. If white people, if religion, Christianity is something good, the white people will not give it to you, a black man. You will never. Can never. They use this thing you call religion to tie down the black race, especially Igbo people in particular. Again, if Igbo people cannot learn all these years Ndị Igbo si akwụ mbụ n'ogwo, akwụ ebo n'ogwo, ọwụ ogwo ka a pịrị akwụ. Ndị Igbo si agadi nwaanyị daa ugboro abụọ agụọ ihe o bu n'abọ ọnụ. Ojukwu alụọla ọgụ mee ihe o nwere ike ime, mechaala Nnamdi Kanu bịa, ma anyị ekweghị imepe ndị Igbo ka ha hụ ihe na-echere ihe na Naịjirịa. Ebere ndị Igbo na-emere m, ebere ndị Igbo na-emere m. Ọ na-ewute m ndị ole ihe Nnamdi Azikiwe mere between 1960, between 1950 to 60, during his lifetime, and the mistake he made, which he has left somebody like P2B today is still working hard to deceive Igbos in the name that is Nigeria. He's going to repair Nigeria. Nigeria that even the angel from heaven can never repair. That is what P2B is deceiving himself to deceive people for the second time. I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu. I thank God for those who are human beings who have heard this news. Sometimes I start to ask myself so many questions. When you say that Igbo people was hate in Nigeria, I try to think, what was the cause of this hatred? I see something. When you see somebody like P2B, you will hate Igbo people. You will ask questions. Where is these people going? How many times something will happen to you as Igbo people, you know something? How many? How many times? If you see all these saboteurs in Igbo land, Hope Uzodinma, Nyeso Mwike, Devil Omahi, Asari Dokobo, Simon Eba in Finland, a criminal, a terrorist, a betrayer, living in Finland, where people have put in order and destroy his people. When you see all these things, it will cause you to hate Igbo people. If you remove Nnamdi Kanu, if you remove IPOB, you will hate Igbo people. Because no group of people will behave like this on this earth. How? They tried to kill you in 1945 till date. And you are still talking of Nigeria. What a disgrace people. You are still working hard to be a slave in the whole world in the name of Nigeria. What type of people? How are you going to like such people? If it is hurting you as a woman, remove yourself being a saboteur. Remove yourself killing your people, because you are the cause that people are hating Igbo people. Igbo people are genuine people from the beginning. When British came, they start to kill the genuine people, supporting evil people, giving them Bible. This is where we are today. Who are those people who are leaders for the Christianity, as you call it in Nigeria? Who are them? Where is them? There was a news that a Reverend Father was kidnapped in Imo State, yes, I think this week. And tomorrow they will go to church. They will continue praying. Where is the time? Where is the bishop? The Tinubu wife is inviting the so-called Christian and Muslim to come and stay in Abuja. Have you seen how we judge a place like Nigeria become? Ugboro ole ka ihe ga-eme onye Igbo ya mụta ihe a bụ ihe mere ji ya dịka ehetiri ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo ehetiri bụ ndị Igbo Nigeria, ọ bụ ndị Igbo Biafra. Onye Igbo ọbụla bụ onye Igbo Biafra bụ onye a mụrụ ọzọ, a newborn person, and he talk as a man, and he will act as a man, and he will behave as a man. Nnamdi Kanu set up this platform to save humanity. Now, basically about time, Mazi Jonathan Chineke Baume. You were a strong person. I'm telling you, you are a strong person. Chineke, you thank you, and God bless our leader. Nnamdi Kanu.
We must continue. Mazi Joe, can you hear me? Mazi Joe, are you there? You called and you left, you absconded. What happened? Okay. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on, let me see. The calls have dropped. Caller on signal. There's no more there. I think we will proceed towards ending this program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on signal. Please go on. There, Mazi Ganiru.
Yes, I must speak to my people. Mazi Jonathan, my name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine calling from Information. Mazi, your topic this night. The people have them and bless you. What are we saying? Mazi, see how these people are trying to make use of our brain. See how these people are trying to, make us to be in a perpetual slavery. Mazi, you see the question that you ask them, what is the crime of our forefathers, which nobody can be able to, identify the crime of our forefathers. Mazi, that is why in this platform I have several times apologized to my ancestors, my forefathers, which they are not here with me. I've been apologizing with them from this platform, telling them that I'm sorry because I was deceived that my ancestors are evil, are this and they are that. That's what they deceive us to, and that's what they make us to believe. But since when I start realizing my mistakes, since when I start knowing that causing my ancestors can never do me good, rather it will cause more hardship and the more painful and the more bad things to me. That's why I come out openly here to apologize. Mazi, let me tell you, you see, in this our own time, we can never allow anybody to jeopardize this our movement. You see, the freedom of Biafra is sacrosanct, is non-negotiable. We can never allow anybody. The British, what they call it, is this secretary or what, that came to Nigeria to trying to keep us in this view for more 50 years to come. Mazi, we can never allow that. And also, I thank God for leadership, IPOB leadership. May God bless all of you. You see, media, we must hold our media. Mazi, they are attacking us left and right, front and back. They are attacking us physical, they are attacking us spiritual, even they are attacking us in the media. And that is why they are attacking us, both our IPOB community radio. Everywhere they are attacking us. And we must uphold media. We must uphold our media, no matter how things are going outside and see media will move to it, because they know that that's where the place that we can use to change our people. Because them use media to convince our forefathers to believe that our ancestors are bad. And also we are going to use the same media to also turn the narrative that our ancestors are not bad. Rather, they are the people that projected that hatred and everything in us for we to hate our ancestors. We must also use media to, speculate and also tell our people. And that is why we must do everything possible to make sure that our media stay and stay strong and not be shaking. Because these people, they know that we are going to use media to change this story of yours, history. Mazi, let me stop because I'm at working place. I'm at working place. I don't want to go far. But people tell them, bless you. We are not going back. This is our new generation.
We have no back to go to. So
we must get our freedom. Whether they are projecting it 100 years to come, we can never allow them. Mazi, may God bless you. Good night.
You too. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Mazi Obasi, please hold on. Let me pick the other caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
There, Mazi, please go on.
Okay. Yeah, grateful today. Opportunity came for me to listen to a bit of what you have to offer to the world. Excuse me. Our ancestors did not do anything bad. Only what they did from every research that I have done was try to fight off the iniquities of the invaders, the Western invaders. But you know how they say that to kill a dog, you have to give that dog a bad name. So the stories, the terrible stories, just are in line with that. And one thing I have come to realize now, which is one powerful thing to me, is that our problem today has to do with the language we speak. Our language has been colonized, and decolonizing our language is the key to our success in this pursuit. It took many centuries to bring us to where we are. Therefore, it's not going to end just suddenly. The important thing is that IPOB has started. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and established the opportunity for us to begin the process of ending this evil. So decolonizing our language is key to it. There's hardly any direction you look today, educated or uneducated Igbo Biafrans alike, that you find anyone who speaks our language without bringing in that depression into it and use it to raise even our own children. It's very painful. So decolonizing our language, this very war, and it will take a long time. I think I alluded to that already. It took centuries for us to get to where we are. So it will take time for our people to lose the illusions that are operating in them. You mentioned what Catholics did. One of the stories that pained me when I came across it during the research was the one about Joe Donner, Bruno. A man, I think he was a cardinal. It was in 1600 that he was executed in Rome. He was burned alive. Why? Because he believed he did mathematics to the level that he understood, as you rightly pointed out too, that the earth is moving around the sun and not the other way around. That was the heresy. That was his crime. And Galileo Galilei, even, I think the reason why they didn't kill him was because after he discovered 3 moons and named them after the sons of the Pope from the Ducci family. At that time he was at Pisa. He believed he had a cozy relationship with the Pope. But when he reached the level 2 where he believed that yes, indeed, the earth is not steady, he was in trouble with the Pope, the church. So he was imprisoned in his home at the age of 70. It was in the process that his daughter, I think the name was Mary, died, who was the one who actually was keeping Galileo himself alive because he was having some ailments. They thought that 2 daughters were in the convent. It's a long story. So what the church has done in this world, what the Christianity has done, bad things, quite tremendous. But the fact that it has infused that impression into our language is what is making it very difficult for our people, especially because it creates this mass, and that mass does not operate on conscious level. It operates unconsciously. So take them apart. That's why I talk to people on individual basis a lot on this issue. When you speak to people, you can easily, well, not so easily with some people, convince some people that this is wrong direction and point things out to them. But they fall back into it because when they speak our language, you see how contaminated Igbo language is. To the point where nobody can hardly see a person who speaks pure Igbo language. That is a problem. Decolonization of our language is a big part of this our fight. And I hope we will get there because we have already started the fight. And there's no stopping us.
Of course. There, Mazi.
Yes. Mazi, thank you very much.
We must continue. Mazi Obasi, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, Mazi, go on. You'll be the last caller. Please go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan, for your time once again. I joined a bit late, but thank God that at least I was able to make some good out of the program. Yesterday, 2 days ago, coincidentally, one comrade called me and he was lamenting bitterly that the problem we have is some of these people that were fighting Christianity, saying that there will be Christianity in Biafra land. How come Christian?
These are wrong impressions. These are the way they are changing the narratives. We are not fighting Christianity. We are exposing the facts that are hidden, so that you choose, you make the right choice. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposed everything about both religion, both Nigeria, everything, and we found out that there is no way we can keep up with Nigeria. That is the same thing. So these are mischievous set of people. They always look for excuses in order to try to antagonize what we are doing. I don't care about them. So we have the right to knowledge. That's it. Mazi, go on.
No, sir. So I took my time to educate him as much as I can, and also let him understand what you just said. We're not fighting anybody. We are attacking those ideologies that are destructive to the psyche of our people, and that are also destructive to our norms. And if they as Christians feel attacked by that, they should understand that they have started the attack for many years, and we have been quiet. So if the people are now enlightened and they seem to respond in a tone that seems to be harsh, you need to understand how many years they have endured, all this evil teaching. They attack the things that we do. When you go to a dibia, or when you do an act of divination in Biafra, they say it is bad. The same thing that they have run away from in the Bible is the same thing they are doing today. King Saul, who chased away what they call witches or witch doctors from the land of Israel, who said they were evil, who said suffer not a witch to live, is the same one who went to a witch at night when everywhere was red for him. He's the same one who went and asked the witch to call forth the spirit of Samuel for him so that he can ask him if they are going to win the battle or not. If you do that today, they will say what you are doing is evil. What you are doing, you are going against the will of God.
Going far. When people go to meet a pastor and he will tell them that, look, there is a man pursuing you. Your uncle is this and that. He is doing you is your problem. How did this? Is it not divination, Mazi? Let us tell ourselves the truth. Is it not divination?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We do the same thing. Then we blame other people who are doing exactly the original version of what they are doing. Even this Joseph the dreamer, that we want to make it look like when you dream and you call Joseph, he just stand there and tell you what the dream is. The same Christians could not explain to us what is so important about the silver cup that his brothers took away, that they had to return, and the comment that his servant made when that silver cup was returned. They were shocked, and they actually said that, is this not the cup in which our master divined it? That is an act of scrying. Scrying is an act of divination. Divining with water in a silver cup is an ancient act of divination. But when you do it today, the ignorant so-called Christians do not know the root of it. Be that as it may, the entire movement of that we now know today as Christianity, that started in Jerusalem. How many years ago was it? Basically 2,000 years ago. The Christianity in all its shape and form, even when it started from Jerusalem and divided into two and become the Eastern and the Western churches, such as the Coptic churches and the Russian Orthodox churches and the Roman church and the rest of them, until it begin to divide onto today's charismatic movement, as you may call it. None of them originate from our land. They are all borrowed. And some people will come and tell us that the oldest Bible is in Ethiopia, the oldest is in Ethiopia, in the bid to tell us that it belongs to us. Even if my father founded it, and the teachings are deceptive, and the teachings are contrary to our norms, I am bound to reject it, as long as it does not teach me that which is right, as long as it does not teach me that I should live with my brother in peace and harmony. Igbo land are the only place that I know of from time immemorial that has no homeless people, because we come together and take care of our own. We go and farm for each other. We build for each other. Everybody is his brother's keeper. And yet, we have this set of people who think that the belief that was brought to them yesterday is more important than their very identity. If you go into Nigeria today, in the system of Nigeria, nobody will recognize you as a Christian. You are recognized first as an Igbo man, like it or not. If the Nigerian system want to deal with, they're not going to ask you, do you go to church or you are menala? It is rather that which is protecting and preserving us. that we prefer to fight against. It is rather that which has protected our land, like one of the callers said, that we have chosen to fight. Mazi Jonathan, please, I don't know if you have done that before, but if you haven't, I will urge you to find time to do a very detailed program on our so-called Nigeria movie. Please, because I keep saying it time and time again. These are one of our greatest enemies.
You say,
they
okay,
have
Nigerian
done a
movie.
lot of damage. Sorry?
You said to do a program on what? I didn't get it.
On this, our so-called Nigerian movies.
Nollywood.
Yes, Nollywood, yes.
Okay.
These people have done a lot of damage. Some of the things that our people believe today are not even in the Bible. And that's a fact. Not even assume that the Bible is even correct. Most of the things that they believe today are not even in the same Bible. It is a Nigerian movie that finds a way to coin that message and keep hitting on it until it becomes normalized in the belief system of our people. They have managed to cast a very bad image even of our people, as if every person who is wealthy in Igbo land or in Biafra land is a ritualist. Some of these things have caused way more damage. Way more damage to the psyche of our people. Mazi,
you said it. You said it all. Of course, I will do a program about this Nollywood, which is also a part of our problem, because they also manipulated and normalized different nonsenses and atrocities as if it's our way of life. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference between enlightened mindset and that of a primitive Homo erectus? Give a chimpanzee a gun. He will use it to slaughter, and he will not even know the value what to use it for. He will use it anyhow. But when you give a security officer, genuine security officer, he will use it to maintain the land, to maintain security. Did you hear? Like what our brother said, Hollywood. You see, Nollywood came from imitation of Hollywood. Everything now wood. Our people go and borrow from Hollywood the name, thinking that as you borrow it now you'll be doing like them. Whereas America, they use Hollywood to launder the image of America. America does not have Ministry of Culture. You understand? But their cultures, they are able to expand their cultures everywhere in the world, courtesy of mostly Hollywood. When they act, Hollywood acts, at last, it doesn't matter the enemy or perceive the enemy they put in that film, at last, America will be victorious. That is how the world, they channel the world's view to start reasoning like that America is all powerful. Anything America is the best. It's from the film, mostly from the film. People start having that mental perception. But to come to Ndishoji, Neanderthal, Ndibo, what matters to them is money. Now they first of all copy Nollywood instead of creating their own name, original name. They copy Nollywood. Okay. They started acting. They from there started demonizing our culture, who we are, everything, giving people the false impression of who we are. Now, spot the difference. That is the difference. Do you see that? Gorilla, we are giving gun. They use it to kill themselves. But civilized people have gun in order to maintain peace and security. People will be living happily. That is the difference. So, Nollywood, you see them. What matters is that money they are going to make. They don't care about the message they are creating. How the world view that they are trying to attract concerning who we are. Instead of laundering our image, instead of making it, sending message there, they started tarnishing the image of Igbo people. As if we are like that. And for your information, when you talk about ritual, many people used to misunderstand ritual. Oh, ritualists. Ritual. That is misunderstanding. Now you ask yourself, what is ritual? Everybody performs ritual. Forget about what Nollywood, the damage they have done, the irreparable damage they have done to our culture, tradition, our way of life, the way people see us, the way we see ourselves now, the way young people that watch Nollywood perceive that any wealthy Igbo man is a money ritualist. What I come to also understand what our brother said about language, because one of the main problems we have is language and translations. The Europeans, Britain came and told us that Satan, we didn't have Satan in our Igbo cosmology. We have different deities. The same way the Europeans have their deities, which you call angels. Are you hearing me? They in their own, they launder it, paint it white so that it sounds sexy. But when you call our own, you resemble something archaic and satanic. No, it's the same thing. They have Apollos. Somebody is answering Lord Zeus. You know what is Zeus? Zeus is a Greek god, a Roman god. He's a Roman deity. Zeus. But an Igbo man is proudly answering Lord Zeus. And it's okay. Do you see the brainwash and program? What of Hercules? You answer Martin. These are European deities. Do you know one thing that I am happy about? Do you know how we call any Igbo man? You can call any person, you don't know his name, you can call him Nwamade. Do you know what is the meaning of Nwamade? Every Igbo man is Nwamade. Do you know that? Do you know the real full meaning? Nwamadeoha. This is who we are. It bursts out in our languages, in our everything, in our way of life, but you don't understand it. Amadioha, the son, the children of Amadioha, that is every Igbo person. That is Amade. When you call, Amadia. Oh, Amade. That is. It doesn't matter how we hide and subdue our tradition and way of life. It will burst out. It bursts out through our behavior, our speeches, our languages, but you don't decode. You understand? The Europeans, they came. We have different deities that performs different works according to our Igbo cosmology and pantheons. Oyibo came and now start watching and say, no, that's Satan. We start answering, our people start asking, what is Satan? Because we didn't know what is Satan. It's them that brought Satan. According to them, it's them. So, we didn't have anything called Satan. Now they look one of our deities, very, very dangerous deity that goes to war, that we use in fighting wars and tricking our opponents into submission, into doing things that in our own way. They now see that we respect that deity. Now they come and pinpoint, say, hey, this is the Satan we are talking about. That is how Ekwensu was translated as a Satan in Igbo language, which is lie from the pit of hell. We didn't have anything like Satan, because every deity performs their job. The same way you have government, for example. If you sentence somebody, if a court sentence somebody maybe for murder or killing to death by hanging, it is a human being that will perform that will go and hang the person. That human being that is hanging the person, is he a bad person? He's doing his job. Are you hearing me now? If it is by firing squad, it is soldiers that will go and kill the person. Are they doing bad job? Okay, are you going to banish them from the society that no, they are bad, they are evil? They are part of the system. The same way soldiers, they kill, but they are maintaining security of the country. But anywhere they kill, anywhere they go, they kill, they leave blunders and carnages in the land. It is their job. They kill people. It is their job. But they are doing it for the right thing. That is the same way we have our pantheons, our deities. We have deity Ekwensu that answers with fire. That is one of our deities. If it reaches to call him, we call him. I go here. Now he will come and do his job. But all of a sudden, as they divided our deities, demonize them, so they demonize our culture, demonize ourselves. Say ritual. What is ritual? When you go to church and take what you call communion, Holy Communion, it signifies something, that you are eating the body of Jesus Christ, isn't it? And drinking his blood. That is ritual. Do you know that? When you wake up in the morning and kneel down, every morning you kneel down, 6 o'clock, you pray before going to take shower, to eat, to go walk. It's a ritual. But lack of understanding of languages made us to be misinterpreting things because of the colloquialism of the words, how it was used or how it is being used colloquially every day. Now we now start having a painting of that word in a different manner. Ritual. Everybody performs ritual. When you go to church, you do nafana. It's a ritual. You are doing ritual. You perform it regularly. Any religious or solemn ceremony, something that you do with consecration, is a ritual consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. This is how you do it. You go to this place, you go to your meeting. Before you start, you break kola nut. It is a ritual. Maybe once a week, you go to or once in a month, you go to IPOB meeting. Now you break kola nut, or you drink, you bring out a schnapp and go on for. It's a ritual. Or you pray before starting. It is a ritual. But because of mischief and ignorance and misunderstanding, people now start, misinterpreting it in a different way. That is ignorance. We should shun ignorance, and we should challenge ignorance, so that people will be teaching what they understand and not what they don't understand. They start preaching because of sentiment. That is why I respect Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame closed thousands of churches and mosques in Rwanda, and now he streamlined. For you to be a pastor, in order to preach in a church, you have to go through examination, through different exams for government for you to be controlled, for you to be tested by the government to understand your mentality, your understanding, and what you are going to be talking to a people, to a group of people, what you feed them. But in our land, there is no regulation. This brings me to asking this question: why is it that, because I listened to somebody that he say all these online can I call it native doctors? Yes, as the normal name. He collected his money for doing medicine for him, but it didn't work for years, and he came and started requesting for his money. It became something that is going viral online, of which he paid back. Okay. But why is it that all this, when somebody is scammed through a church or through pastor, or by a pastor, or by a rabbi, or by so-called any Christian prophet, or anything concerning Christianity, no refund? We are here, and we had, is it Pastor Adebayo or something, saying that I apologize, I made a mistake. I preached before that if people cannot pay tithe, they will not go to heaven. No, I'm wrong. I apologize. It's not like that. I start talking another thing. Now, what of people that he deceived through that? Why not refund the people? Why not do something to refund? Why didn't people hold him accountable? Because there were people that were paying all those things because of what he preached, that for them to go to heaven, and all of a sudden he said, no, I was wrong, and everything goes like that. That is impunity, no punishment. People always, now I see people hold responsible only, can I say, native doctors only, which many of them are scammers also. But why don't you hold others like pastors responsible and collect back your money? Why? Do you see the system we are in? We are in a colonially manipulative system. We are still under colonial system. Our brains are colonized. You understand? People will not ask a pastor to refund. No. But others they can. But pastors, reverend clergies, no. Just touch not my anointed. Do you see? So, we must continue in exposing. We have right to knowledge, whether you like it or not. We have right to knowledge and to exploration of knowledge, not going to the same old status quo. What we are being brainwashed, and somebody is also coming to brainwash us into that old thing. No. We should say no. We must continue what's in this awakening and enlightenment. We should say no to manipulations, religious manipulations. I am telling you. How I wish, as I said before, if you are afraid to come to my platform, invite me. I will come to your platform for a healthy debate so that we learn, mutual learning and understanding. But they run away because they are meant to be others. When you are religious, you don't use your brain. Your brain doesn't work. That is it. Your brain doesn't work. You are under. It's the same thing like somebody that is an addict, a drug addict. The same thing. It's proof. Science proves it. It's the same thing. The same addiction. You check the brains. It's the same thing. A highly religious person with a drug addict, they are the same. You can to remove him from the drug. It's very hard. It needs slow, methodology in order to do that. But here we preach common sense. Anything other than common sense, please question it. I say question it. It doesn't matter, even if it's me preaching something that is not commonsensical. Please question, call and question me. I grew up from Nigeria. Manipulate. Never. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. We should rise up to question things. That is how awakened minds work or functions. That is it. So we should continue what we are doing. Biafra remains our religion. Here is our rallying point. Radio Biafra London is our rallying point, and nothing more. This is where it all started. We should never bring down the standard of this radio in order to satisfy one person or some few individuals, maybe their sentiments, to satisfy them. Now, if I'm going wrong here, preaching something wrong, please call and challenge me. Say, no, Mazi, I disagree. Now you give me a reason. I have no monopoly of knowledge. That is one thing we should understand. That is one thing we should understand. Only that we learn from each other in a civilized manner. That is it. But when you invite people with opposing argument, they don't come to at least we are brothers. Let us learn from each other. No way. But talking on your behind, talking on somewhere that no person will challenge them. That is where it pains me. I am telling you, it pains me a lot. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains our religion. We must continue to making sure that no going back, because we have no back to get. I am telling you honestly. When we say no going back, as if we have no back to go to. We must continue handling forward ever and backward never. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media, IPOB press release.
July 2nd, 2024. The Defense Headquarters confessed to the killing of Ndigbo.
The global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and indomitable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, confirms the killing of hundreds of innocent Biafrans tagged as IPOB-SN by the murderous Nigerian army, as confessed by the Defense Headquarters in Abuja on June 27, 2024 during a media briefing. The recent statement from Nigeria Defense Headquarters confirmed and vindicated IPOB's press releases previously, which said that the Nigerian government and its security agencies slaughtered innocent citizens of the southeast region without provocations.
It is important we alert the public that the Nigerian Defense Headquarters spokesperson, Edward Buba, confessed that the Nigerian army killed over 180 and arrested over 254 Igbios in Abia State between April to June of 2024 under the codename Operation Udo K. According to the publication by People's Gazette newspaper, the casualty figure, as claimed by the Defense Headquarters, is much less than the actual number of people the Nigerian army killed and abducted in Abia State over the period in question.
This confession from the Defense Headquarters through Edward Buba confirmed the alarm that IPOB raised that the Nigerian military killed hundreds of Biafrans secretly and abducted many and sent them into secret locations in reprisal for the false flag operation the military masterminded that led to the killing of some Igbo soldiers on duty at the marked checkpoint in Abia during May 30th, Biafra Heroes Day. The Nigerian government and her murderous military were responsible for the murder of the Igbo soldiers while they turned around to blackmail IPOB without any investigation. After the false flag operations by the military then went on a killing spree of innocent Biafrans in Abia State. Most of the killings and abductions happened in remote villages in the cover at night. When they killed, they evacuate the dead bodies to avoid being blamed.
To set the record straight, the majority of the people killed or arrested by the Nigerian army were innocent Biafran youths. Fortunately, no member of ESN vigilante was among the people the Nigerian army killed or arrested. However, few of the victims of the military killings and abductions were unarmed, non-violent IPOB members and innocent Igbo civilian members. IPOB leadership knows the number of IPOB members that the Nigerian military have abducted or killed. IPOB members are not violent and not terrorists as the Nigerian government claims.
The worst of it is that those they tagged IPOB members were not IPOB members at all but ordinary members of Biafra society. The Nigerian army is a terrorist institution. The Nigerian army are the ones recruiting the so-called repentant Boko Haram terrorists who were deployed to the southeast region to kill the people without mercy. The murderous terrorists in the Nigerian army have killed and abducted over 5,000 innocent Igbos from January 2023 to June 24. The ethnic bigots and terrorists, the sympathetic Nigerian military is less concerned with the numerous terrorists, killings, and kidnappings in the northern Nigerian regions, but are obsessed in blackmailing IPOB for calling for the exit of Biafra Nation from their terrorist breeding country. In many years of blackmailing IPOB, no IPOB member at home or in diaspora has ever been convicted of any crime, let alone that of terrorism.
Therefore, we are calling on the international community, United Nations Human Rights Commission, Amnesty International, Inter-Society, Human Rights Watch, European Union, African Union, BRICS Federation, Britain, and the United States to investigate the Nigerian government and her security agencies' role in the genocide against Igbo ethnic group. Ndigbo have become endangered species that are killed at will by the Nigerian government through their murderous security agencies.
The Nigerian army murdered